Oh, there we go. Welcome. If you're new here, swimmingly already, my name is Brenna. I am your pep talking and prep dodging DM, and welcome to Tales from the Catacombs. This is our tabletop RPG adventure that we are thrilled to share with you. This game, tonight's game, uses the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition D20 system and rules, and the setting is a homebrew based off of the rock album Razia's Shadow by Forgive Durden. We have a brief introduction to the setting that you can read at your leisure, and I hope you will. You can be as immersed in the world as our players are. So, without further ado, please enjoy this side adventure one-shot in the world of Razia's Shadow, a 1,000-year interlude. Let us begin. So, we've got some different folks with us than we have been for a few nights. That's totally cool. I'm excited for it. You, ladies and gentlemen, who are here with me, you are a party of elite Purgers. You guys are top class, skilled in some area or other. Your skills are utilized for the good of the kingdom, for the good of the realms of light. And you have been given an assignment, told to meet contact at a village that's in the region of one of the major cities, this one known as Fall Watch. You were given your assignment as Purgers directly from the kingdom of Yerusha, the capital city specifically of Zayli. You were told to meet your contact. You'd be given further instruction there. So as you are standing in the sort of at the entrance of this village, near the road leading in, you're waiting on your contact. You're not waiting for very long, but certainly the travel, as you guys have come in here together, has given you some time to get to know one another. So I will give you, the players, an opportunity to give us a quick, brief, physical, and whatever other bits of fun information about yourselves that you would like to share that you think is pertinent for us to know, that you guys would know about one another. Let's go round the circle clockwise, shall we? We have first up Ari, our druid paladin. Give us a little bit about who we're looking at here.
Alright, so Ari is a large hairy man, fur-clad with bone skull and spike adornments. He would inspire fear in the hearts of many a man and maiden, if it wasn't for the sparkle in his eye and the grin above his chin. Perched on his shoulder is an unassuming horned owl, unassuming except that his eyes have an unnatural yellow glow. But you barely notice the man and the owl, for they are seated on a noble beast. With its knotted white bark wrapped around it, a figure so majestic that you can't believe your eyes. Its mane, a perfect row of red-leaved vines upon its head, a long jade horn. A bending of wood limbs grown as the creature moves as he slides off its back.
I love it. We got a novel. You weren't expecting that tonight, were you? I only ask the most and the best from my players. Going around the circle. Thank you, Ari. We have Bree, or Breezy, our monk. Tell us about her.
We're going to breeze right through this introduction because Bree, what you see is what you get. She's got pale blue skin. She's an Air Genasi monk, and she is always ready for some fun. She likes to speed around, meeting people, talking to people, doing all the things. Her memory's not that great, but she just loves a good time and fighting for what's right.
Love it. Next up, we have a very interesting character. We have Mark 13, our barbarian, and played by, I meant to also introduce our players. So we have the Big Juicy, who's playing Ari. We have Catherine, who's playing Bree, or Breezy. We have Mapak, playing Mark 13. Tell us about him.
So Mark 13 is a Warforged, cobalt blue, like metal. His joints are not entirely connected with the main body, and you can see current of electricity that constantly passes through it. He's the result of experimentation done by scientists on the dark until he eventually woke up to justice and fought all 12 of his brethren and managed to kill one of them and escape. So he's like a lightning elemental that has been placed inside of this robot exoskeleton. His something, just a detail that I think is cool. Whenever he talks, it sounds like his voice is coming from his whole body because he modulates the electricity to like different modulations.
That is cool. I've actually, just side note, I've actually never played a game with a character of the build like that. So this is interesting to see. If you've seen our main campaign, you'll know why some of us may be giggling over the build of that particular character. That's the deep lore. Moving right along, we have Cassie playing Willow, our ranger. Tell us about her.
Willow is a Gloomstalker ranger. She's got long dark hair that's kind of in a braid over her shoulder, wearing a lot of leather armor. She's got one blue eye and one eye that looks kind of silvery. You can tell it's not a real eye, it's an artificial eye. She always carries a bow with her on her back. She is a half elf that's been exiled from one of the purest kingdoms, and she's just on a hunt for her mother, who she's never met, doesn't know who she is, just knows her last name.
I love Cassie's stories because they're so dramatic.
I'm here for the drama.
And last but certainly not least, we have You Hate to See It playing Fenris, our cleric. Tell us about him.
Yes, so Fenris is a very timid person. This is going to be his first job out there as a Purger. He somehow got in.
Fresh meat.
He is skilled at his job, but he's also very quiet and doesn't try to stand out, so it took him a while to get there. He has his features, like as far as his coloration, is split ever since the first time. He is an Azamar, I believe I'm pronouncing it correctly, which have celestial revelation, and ever since then his coloration has split. So he has white going down half of his face on one side, black coming down half of his face on the other side. He has a shield, and he uses a staff, and just has very plain looking, doesn't want to stand out armor, and glasses, because he can't see very well. He struggles with people, potentially. I guess it will all depend on the roles at the end of the day, but there's a good chance of struggling with people.
His fumbling over words, and then he rolls a nat 20, and it's just like, he's so adorable the way he just mutters like that. How cute. Let's give him all of our gold.
Exactly.
Excellent. Fantastic. You don't need to know more about me. Like I was telling them before we started, I'm basically just the stagehand. They're the ones telling you the actual story. So let's begin then. As I said, you weren't waiting too long for your contact to arrive. So your contact meets you at the head of the road leading into this village, and he immediately begins giving you your directives. So you see this human male approaching you. He seems relatively well put together. Although in your initial communication, you were told you would be meeting a captain of a turtle ethnicity, no less. But this man appears. His firm attitude is stark against the jovial nature of this village. He's donning leather armor and medals on a strap across his chest, denoting his rank of captain. Whereas behind you, there are these children who are laughing and clapping to the skillful tunes of this adept performer on a pan flute, and skirting around that little crowd are some folks that are haggling over wares, others meandering in the sunshine. They have these little pouches in their hand that they're snacking from. Some people are around prepping carts and horses that, in not much time at all, are trotting past you in and out of the village. So your contact sees you, approaches, and begins speaking to you. And he says, "The general appreciates you taking on this task. It's been an odd one, otherwise we wouldn't call on Purgers. It took another odd turn just yesterday. That's why I stepped in. I'm Captain Toon Bennett. I'm stationed out of Edoheim in Juventus and received my honors from Ashvane. But I was already here on assignment when the word came in. The beasts that you're tracking, it's a tribe of gnolls. This would be cut and dry for any adventurer. However, these gnolls have been appearing and disappearing along the bands of dark on our borders. what little they have left to crawl into, the scum. And as you know, once they cross into the bands, tracking becomes our greatest challenge. But they've gotten a little too big for their britches this time, though, and they've wandered quite deep into Eurusha, where it's nothing but light. We caught wind of them, and that's what brings you here. But they've taken, like I said, an unusual turn, and we lost track again, right in the middle of the kingdom. The captain is searching where we anticipated to strike at them, and he's left me to explain the situation and to send you where they seem to actually be headed. It's still quite far from the nearest band, so if you move quickly, you'll almost certainly be able to catch up to them. And if they pull anything funny, you should have time to see what strange business they're up to. Then report back here, okay? Any information is helpful. So I take it you're prepared. You're heading westbound. I'll mark the map where we saw what seemed to be a fresh trail. And he kind of stops and shakes his head. If only it had been a Purger to catch it and not just a young hopeful. But that's neither here nor there. And he looks back at you. So are you ready to go?
We're absolutely ready to go. Let's do this.
Yes.
I'm sorry. How many?
How many
Uh,
gnolls? It's a whole pack. I don't want to know exactly how many.
Well,
Just give him the old 1-2 and it'll be a good day.
I kind of want to know how many. How many? What makes a pack?
No less than 20.
I don't know if we're ready, guys. I don't know if we are.
We'll be fine.
Take courage, my friend.
This will give you courage, and I hand him a piece of honeyed brown stuff.
What is
And-
this?
It's courage,
Uh,
and I eat one.
Gonna just put it in my
I would
pocket.
partake in your strange human traditions if I could.
I've never seen this. I don't think it's a normal tradition.
Well, no tradition's normal to start with. You gotta make it one. Make it normal.
If you're all quite ready, and he kind of looks you over, Fenris. Fenris, how tall are you?
Actually, I made him, I think, taller than normal. Let me check.
Than normal?
Well, then normal.
I'm average human height
no,
now.
like when I say normal, I mean like from before, because I was not very tall. He's 6'3".
Excellent. This
Very
is an
tall.
average. This is an average human male who's looking at you, and he's kind of sizing you up for a moment, and he's probably sitting pretty at about like 5'10", just looking you up and down, but also as if looking down at a child.
Is this a good time to mention that Mark 13 is 7 feet tall?
It's an excellent time. He's
lot
a lot less concerned by the fact that there is this kind of robotic creature talking to him as he is about the hesitancy in Fenris's voice. But he nods to you all and he says, if you're ready, as I said, the path is marked. For you,
Yes.
It should be easy to go.
We got this.
Let us go.
I'll be here waiting for you. So, if you have nothing further to do in the village, then you set out.
We go.
So
We-
I will have...
To confirm, we did come to this village already prepared. Like, we're not gonna end up in combat. It turns out, well, you guys
We're
didn't
not-
go shopping,
No,
so you
we are
don't
not.
actually have
It's
that.
a one-shot. We're not doing a shopping episode.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
So,
I just
Not
wanted
this
to
time.
confirm.
Confront the village. Then this would be so much easier
Oh.
that we didn't know about.
Yeah, okay.
But really, you have just called me out on my plan. Oh no. We are going to have our first roll of the evening. I would
Delicious.
like everyone to please roll for me a survival check as you follow this map.
Is that a 20? That's a nat 20.
Mark, look at you. He didn't waste the good rolls after all.
There was a 2 involved in my role.
It's a 12.
No,
The actual ranger has one of the lower rolls.
not
Second
really.
lowest
Phenomenal.
roll.
I like how one of the lowest rolls is a jump between 6 and 18. So, you guys begin following the map given to you of this area. And this is a lot of flatland in this area of the kingdom. You know this as you're traveling, you set out, you just kind of are able to see just out to the horizon. It's beautiful, sunny day as you're setting out. There's not a lot of interruption. You do see people passing by. It's not an unpopulated part of the kingdom. It's just kind of calm flatlands. And the map also indicates to you kind of where some of those bands of darkness are, even on your continent, in your kingdom. They are generally pretty far off. So as you're traveling, it takes you about a day's worth of traveling. So you have at least one evening's rest, unless you want to just go straight through the night. Did you want to camp, or did you want to go straight through the night?
I don't want to get exhaustion. I think we
Might as
should
I think
camp.
we're smart. We're
I
gonna take
think
a
we
rest.
camp.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I could take up sentry because that's part of my kit.
So
Okay.
you all cozy up, whereas Mark kind of situates himself, plops down, and charges down.
So just to confirm, would you say you're going on standby?
I'm in sentry mode.
So do you go on standby or something? Yes.
Indeed, I do.
You are
Powering down.
in your normal rotation of watching. You guys are you're skilled at most.
I'm pretty
things
sure
of this
Mark
nature.
just watches through the night. He doesn't actually.
It's like 6 hours or something, right?
Yeah, but just motionless, so he's still able to watch.
Okay. It's just that if he moves, then it disrupts the sentry.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Luckily, it's an uneventful evening. And when you wake up in the morning and the sun is rising, dawn is here, you start setting out again. Give me a perception check, everyone.
Oh my gosh.
How we
7.
doing?
Classic
How we
3.
doing, kids? I lost track of my
Me and
window.
Bree are on it.
We got this, Willow.
Wait, why is this?
You guys at the very least are keeping us posted.
Mark had to spend the last 2 hours of your full rest in normal shutdown mode, not sentry mode, so he wasn't able to see. Willow and Bree, as you two are the first to kind of be fully cognizant as you're packing up your belongings and about to set out, you notice something on the horizon. It's no longer flatlands. You see what appear to be an otherwise unassuming outcropping of trees that are directly in the path you are headed towards where this gnoll pack has been spotted.
Right, so there's some trees up there. You see those?
Yes.
I'm just looking at the ground so I don't see trees.
Thank you for sharing.
No, it's
Unbelievable.
You do note it seems unusual. Those were not, in fact, there before when you went to rest.
Trees don't just appear, do they?
Not that I know
Magical
of.
trees might.
I do love magical trees.
How far away from us are they?
It wouldn't take you more than, sorry, distances are not my thing. It wouldn't take you more than an hour's walk to get in, a casual walk to get to where that tree line probably is.
Alright, trees are kind of your thing, aren't they?
I mean, yeah, what do you want me to do about it?
I mean, well,
Trees grow. I mean,
okay.
not that fast.
Okay.
But
You're right.
It might
Go check it
bear
out.
some investigation.
We have to go that way anyways to get to the gnolls. We might as well go closer and check it out. Keep our guard up though.
sure.
I agree.
I'm sure their bark is worse than their bite.
I cannot believe this.
We have to get to the root of the problem.
Can I do
I like this one.
I don't know what it would be.
Yes, you can do an insight check
No.
if your party's actually evil.
No, I wasn't gonna do that. I wanted to do. I don't know what kind of check it would be, but I want to know what my knowledge would be on gnolls.
On gnolls specifically?
Yeah, because we know that that's what we're targeting. So I don't know if it's history or survival or something like that, or just intelligence to see what I know about them.
I would say either a history check or animal. Not what they have not animal handling per se, but This is why I need to just have a character sheet like in front of me so I can always see what the rolls are.
Well,
Might
my
be just
animal
survival.
handling and my history are the exact same.
Roll a
number.
history for me.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Can Willow do that as well?
I got a
Oof.
1.
Ooh,
Fenris, are those going to be your healing rolls too, or are you getting this out of the way before your healing rolls?
We can
You
only
better
hope.
be giving them out of the way.
I have
First of
not.
the
I have not rolled above a 10 this whole time.
A 17 for Willow. Willow, you're familiar, especially as a ranger. You're familiar with many different types of creatures and monsters out there. Gnolls are chaotic. They are vicious. They are violent. They're not magical per se. They roam, they attack things, they eat flesh for fun and enjoyment, and they go about their day.
Magic trees aren't typical of gnolls. The
Maybe they're
lack of
branching out.
What if it was people?
the lack of cover leading up to said trees is a bit concerning as well.
Wait. Could you turn into a gnoll?
Can I turn into a gnoll?
Me?
Yeah,
Oh.
you know, you like animals or something, right? Can you look like a gnoll? Because maybe maybe it's not gnolls, but druids.
Do I recognize any signs of druidic activity or know of any circles in the area?
In this area, roll Arcana for me. Or Arcana or History.
15.
Definitely not anyone from your druidic clan,
Mm-hmm.
but also with this area being... It's not that the nature is any less, but there isn't really a space in this part of Urusha that is inclined towards druids. Just not this area, really, no.
Don't think there's any druids in this area.
Okay.
would anyone like to do some reconnaissance?
Go sneak up to the trees and see what's up.
Oh, so we're gonna.
I feel like
you
I
wanna,
should probably
crawl?
potentially go as well so nobody's alone. But I don't know that necessarily all of us should go at once.
It would be difficult for me to approach unseen.
That is
You are a
true.
little bit noticeable. Just a little bit.
Well,
I have
So-
decent stealth, so
So Willow, you want to come with me? We'll
yeah,
go check them
let's
out.
go.
maybe.
Inside of Willow's mind, you hear, just in case, you can talk to us like this. And then you can now talk to me telepathically.
Wait, do you? Is the druid not going with you to look at trees?
I mean, I'm not the stealthiest person.
Well,
So just
they're-
me
if
and
they're-
Bree can
Single
talk to each
bones.
other
are
in our,
you
in our
worried
heads?
the trees are gonna see you coming?
I
We'll
mean,
see the
trees can see, I'm just...
Wait,
I'm
what?
But-
assuming if
Wait,
there's
more-
magical trees,
Trees
there's
can
something
see?
that created them that
More
may want
likely-
to hurt us.
More likely what is in the trees.
There
We're
are
all
things in the
experienced
trees.
adventurers. We could just charge in. I'd like
What-
to look
Let's
at the
do
trees.
some reconnaissance first and see what happens.
I could-
That way we can go in with a bit of a plan.
What if we shoot them with fire?
What
Please
if you
don't.
stay here and take some just deep healing breaths, calm down a little bit, maybe do some meditation, and Bree and I will be back in a minute.
Mhm.
I hand you a brown piece of honey.
Oh, what am I supposed to do with this?
Just
A
eat it.
scorched earth strategy could be beneficial.
I would
We
highly
shouldn't burn
recommend we
things
don't burn any trees
unnecessarily.
down.
Let's find out if they're friendly or not first. If they're not
Wait.
friendly, fire it. But if they are friendly,
But yes, you can talk inside my head now.
Okay, we will wait for you here.
alright, let's split the party and go.
Yes.
Okay, if you are traveling, so if you're moving quickly, you could probably get there within 30 minutes. It's a little bit of a distance out. So go ahead, roll your stealth if you are stealthing.
Wait, we're separating at a pace of 30 feet? Oh, wait, 30 minutes?
The trees are not right next to you.
Yeah, but if
You
it's
can,
30
you're also welcome to move if you want
I
to
was
move
gonna
up closer
say,
together until
I
a bit
feel
late.
like from that distance, we don't need to necessarily stealth all the way up there. Like I feel
No.
like we could
How
probably
close
like split
would
off
you like to
and
get?
like well probably
within
not
30 minutes.
we are within 30 minutes.
No,
That's not
she
very...
said we was within like an hour.
No, she just said if you move swiftly, you get there.
If you
in
went
30
quickly,
minutes.
like if you're
Oh,
trying to
okay.
just boom, 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 get out of there.
If they enter combat, each round of combat is 6 seconds. They will be killed before we arrive.
They'll
on
be
scene.
dead.
Oh, he of little faith.
Okay.
So, did you guys want to move closer and then formulate this plan to sneak any further into the tree line?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Sure, fine.
You know what? Let's all just sneak up.
How about I can cast Pass Without a Trace on us
Okay,
once we get
sure.
close enough.
Okay.
That'll work.
There's our ranger.
Oh, slots. Oh, slots.
Woo! TPK. I mean, spell slots. So, let's say you can get within, say, 100 feet.
Oh, I need
Is that a good
That's
distance for
incredibly
you?
close.
Love
Too
it.
close?
Yeah.
Like 300 yards would probably be,
300? That's
or not,
That's a
no,
lot of
100
feet.
yards. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry,
300.
how much is
Sure.
Path Without a Trace
Plus
plus
10.
10? Oh, good, because I got an
Yes.
11, so 21.
I
Okay.
have disadvantage on this.
Yeah, I have
Are
minus...
we rolling for stealth?
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing?
If you were gonna
Oh
stealth,
my gosh.
if you're gonna stealth, go ahead roll.
I got a 30 total.
I
Oh
mean,
my
there's nothing
God.
really to like stealth around, but I'll roll for it.
Pass without a trace? Who cares what you have to stealth around? You have pass
Easy.
without a trace.
Well,
Are you
Easy.
kidding?
are you kidding?
The giant electrical robot got a nat 20 on stealth.
You don't have
This game
disadvantage?
is
The
too easy.
two?
How do you not have disadvantage? You're a robot.
He's not wearing plate armor.
Yeah, I'm incredibly
plate
quiet.
armor.
None of my joints even make any noise.
Outrageous.
He's a well-oiled machine.
I just weigh like 300 pounds.
He's just rolling. All right, so what do we got? We have a 21, a 19, a 15, a 30. Who didn't roll? Who are we missing?
Breeze is above mine. She got a
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
30
sorry.
as well.
And a third. Wow. Okay. You guys stealth. So you stealth to your location. So I'll say those who are, if you're still staying back a bit, you are pretty confident that you're not seen by anyone or anything. And the ones who are getting closer, who is that again?
I think we were all just going in closer with Path
Yeah, we're
Without a
all going
Trace.
close now.
We're all just
Yeah.
going up to the tree line.
Oh, great.
Just
Uh,
okay.
If I may, just real fast, TC says like a Roomba, and that's exactly how Mark is to operate.
Just like that. Thank you for that, TC. Just like a Roomba. If anyone has been traveling with Mark 13 before this instance, 100% Roomba is a nickname. You're welcome. Enjoy it. So you approach the tree line. You're very confident in the swiftness and also the quiet of your movement. So as you start going through, the trees look very normal. They look like some thin, have some leaves, nice and summery. They're a little sparse to begin with. The ground here is a little grassier, that like kind of thicker grass than you'd have like out in the plains. And as you're coming through, just scooting around some trees, you come up to what appears to be this kind of thick wall of trees. There's only one obvious way just directly through. There's just this gap between, and then it just goes out for what seems like hundreds of feet, just either direction. A very thick wall of trees. So thick, they're so compact and close together, you can't even see between them. But there's
Okay.
just a space, about 10 feet or so, of just a gap.
Can I roll Arcana to see if I feel like these trees might be of magical origin?
Sure.
Nat 20, easy. Just kidding. It's a
I
1.
was about to say, like, are you actually
No,
serious?
it's a 7, apparently. Yeah. So I got 8.
I see a 9.
I see a
on here.
9.
Oh, 9. Just kidding. I have +2 on.
Plus 2
What
to
is
Arcana.
math?
Yeah.
Math is for
I can't-
squares.
Yeah, I did English. in college.
I did English, not math. Slow down over there. Okay. You look at these trees and kind of observe. Nothing in particular really stands out to you about them.
Yeah.
Can I try and climb the trees to see if I can see into the wall, the area behind?
Sure.
You have to stay within 30 feet of me for the spell to work for you.
Which the pass without a trace?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So
depending
give
on how tall
me.
these trees are, I may not stay within
Yeah,
that.
That's
okay.
going to be either acrobatics or athletics to climb.
I'll go acrobatic.
Go for it.
It's an 18.
Okay. These are very tall trees. They're very tall trees. You start climbing the one in front of you. It's got plenty of foliage like all around it on all of its lower branches, just growing upwards with it. You're now climbing through and between these branches, losing sight of the ground. An 18? Yeah. It's not difficult for you. You're very dexterous as you're making your way up. And you reach a point. You are very high up. You reach a point, and as you're bringing your hand up to grab again and just keep going, looking for the canopy, you feel something push back. Some kind of energy that just pushes back. I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Cool. That's a 12.
The force of this, you can't see what it is. You just feel this shove back, and you drop. What is fall damage?
I think it's like every 10 feet. It's like.
Can I like try to catch her?
Is
or
it like a
something,
D6?
Can I cast
can.
levitate on myself?
Failing the con save.
I mean, she has like 30 feet to fall.
Yeah.
What was it? Well, how much was it the damage again?
I think
It's like 1d6 per 10 feet.
For
yeah.
10 feet?
And you
Okay.
fall like 10 feet every 6 seconds, I
But
think.
you can have it, I think, with a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. What was the spell you wanted to cast? Or what did you want to cast on yourself? right now?
Levitate.
Sure. Go for it.
Cool.
And what does that do?
It allows me to start my rise, levitate in place. I can move vertically up to 20 feet and remain there suspended for duration. I can move only by pushing or pulling against a fixed object or surface within reach, etc.
So as you start to fall and kind of catch yourself, you're still going to take, just from the force of being kind of shoved. Wow, I rolled perfectly. That's fantastic. That's going to be 8 force damage.
Okay.
As you then kind of get your wits about you, cast levitate, and you stop falling. So you are welcome to pull or push yourself up or down this tree as you please. But I'll say you dropped low enough that they can see you again through some of those lower branches, now having caught yourself and levitating.
Well, there's something up there that doesn't want us to get very high up there, I will say. I call down to the group.
We
So-
could just walk through the entrance. I mean, what's
Can-
going to happen? Go with
We
the
start
flow.
chopping
Before
down
we do
trees.
that, can I look around the entrance and do a survival or nature check of some sort to see if there's any creatures that walked through this entrance?
Yeah, I was about to ask if I could do that as well.
You are both welcome to do either a survival or a nature check.
Okay, survival it is. Yes, 22. Finally.
25.
All right. I'll take
It's
my win.
very obvious that some large creatures have stomped their way directly through there.
Can we tell if they're
Um,
prints?
are we considered
Yes.
in a
anything?
forest right
Okay.
now?
Are for your what do you call it?
Natural explorer, forest, mountain, or underdark?
I
What
knew there was something
constitutes a forest?
They're like
What
trees.
exactly constitutes a forest?
I mean, which definition do you want?
The only reason I'm asking is because when tracking creatures in that, which maybe it doesn't even consider
Matter.
when I'm in that terrain, but learn the exact numbers, sizes, and how long ago they passed through.
Okay.
Because
Give me a second.
it was a plane at first, wasn't it? Because this was just like
that much is plain.
okay.
Womp womp.
Yuha's just gonna edit all of those out.
You better not.
No, he's gonna edit them all together into a short for YouTube.
So Willow, you're looking at these prints that you very clearly spotted. You're looking down at them, and you see them heading towards this opening. But something about this place, it just doesn't feel like what you're expecting when you're normally tracking through a forest. You could just you could have there's certain sensory things that are stark in your mind when you're tracking through a forest. And you're just not getting that sense as you're standing in this grove of trees.
Mark just looks up at Bree and just goes, "Do you require assistance?"
No assistance needed. I got this.
Affirmative.
I have a very uneasy feeling about all of this.
Burn
So
it to
do
the
I.
ground.
How tall is the opening?
It is very tall. It goes well above. It goes right along as high as those trees that Breezy had tried to climb.
Okay, I'm gonna try something.
Okay.
I put my hand on whoever's closest to the shoulder, and my eyes go white, and I send my bird up high into the trees to look down through the opening.
You send a bird to go where?
Through the opening, but high above.
Is that like a familiar bird?
Yeah, it's a fine familiar bird.
Okay.
It's gonna take force damage.
No, not all the way up.
Oh, I was just
high enough for our bird
picturing
to
you
fly.
summon it, goes up and then
Sure. So you see through the eyes of the bird. Is that what's happening?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. You send the bird through the opening,
Mhm.
and you first you're watching it glide directly towards these trees and just along just more trees.
Mm.
And as soon as it crosses that threshold, you see trees. Just trees. This just a straight line soaring through a forest, ongoing for as long as you have your sight through that bird.
I snap my fingers, come to, and the familiar pops back to me.
And you see back
I
until
can see
you
it
take it
now.
away.
Okay.
Now you see what's right in front of you.
So I don't think we want to sleep here. So maybe we should. The trail's leading in there. Maybe we should just go so we can, take them out and then get out before it's nighttime.
Look at you wanting to do something adventurous. I'm proud of you.
My vote
Something's
is still for
very
burning.
much not right.
I don't want to sleep there.
Well, it
Don't really
seems as though we've done all the reconnaissance that we can do.
Willow,
But-
you said you could track whatever creatures these were. Do you know what they are?
Do I know what they are? Did it tell me?
Mm-hmm. They're gnoll prints.
They are gnoll prints. Very large gnolls.
No way.
I feel like if we're going to head in, we just need to be careful, stay together. I can keep my pass without a trace spell going for however long it has left. It only lasts for an hour. I'm not sure how long we've been, like when I started it and all that, but we just need to be careful. Maybe our barbarian potentially should lead the way as I hate to be blunt, but a bit of a human shield, since you could be taking most of the damage if something were to come at us from the front, and maybe someone more aware of their senses at the back in case something jumps from the back and surprises us.
I regret to inform you that I cannot be a human shield, but I can go in front.
Thank you.
So more like a shield for humans.
Well, a
Like
shield
a shield,
for
like a
humans.
shield, yes.
He's built for it. I can take up the back if needed.
Okay.
Come,
I
let us go.
think I will stay towards the back with Bree, and let's start going in. Everybody keep your wits about you.
I'll be centerish.
How bright is it? Like, how much can we see in there? Like, is it dark with the canopy of trees, or is it like is there regular light going on?
It's definitely, the light has been dampened from outside. The sunlight's definitely dampened, but it doesn't seem like it's dark.
Okay, so it's not like negatively impacting anybody that doesn't have dark vision.
Nope.
Okay.
All right. So what's the plan?
I think we're
We're
gonna get
going
through
in.
the magic trees.
Excellent.
As stealthily as possible
You probably have about 30 minutes left on
I-
this pass without a trace.
I
though.
would like to, since
for the next 30 minutes.
since Mark is taking the lead, I'm just gonna go up behind him and I'm just gonna very cautiously touch him, and I'm gonna cast guidance on him. So that way, if he has a check, he can roll a d4 since he's leading the group.
Woo.
So
Thank you.
Mark is in the lead. Who's coming up behind Mark?
I guess I am, if I'm casting, because it only lasts for a minute, so I guess every minute I just kind of...
Just touch.
As I'm
As a
like,
cantrip?
I'm behind him with the shield. Yeah, it's a cantrip.
Excellent. Cantrips are boss. We love cantrips here.
Guidance is a great one.
It's a great one. All right.
I'll take the center.
Sounds like a plan. I try to
thinking-
adjust things, but we'll see how it works. Anyway,
Then it's me and then Bree.
perfect. I love it.
And Bree's just gonna keep levitating along until her spell ends in about 10 minutes.
All right.
I like to imagine that Fenris gets like a little static shock every time he touches Mark.
So, you guys enter through the kind of 10-foot gap in these thick walls of trees. And as you step in, it does get a little bit darker. Strange. You took a step in, and suddenly these trees are not so much this kind of wall of like thick barked trees, so much as they feel like hedges almost. And you're staring down this path. Make sure I know what I'm looking at even. You're staring down this path, maybe 40 or so feet of just these lush green hedges. Let's make sure you guys know what it is you're looking at.
There is magic in play.
Can we see?
I'm gonna hedge a guess and say we're coming up to something good.
So
Tell me something
everybody's
good.
sight is still fine? Like, everyone can still see as normal?
So what you see, what everyone can see, is about, as I said, about 40 feet of just these hedges. But there are about 15 feet from where you kind of stepped through. You see this kind of break in the hedges to the left. And a little bit further down, you see another one on the right. What you guys notice, if you have been Purgers for long enough, and it wouldn't take too long, you notice above you, the sky, this dark, black-tinged clouds. Very much looks like when you approach those bands of dark. So you can see it's just that heavy feeling and that heavy look, that look of stepping into a territory that dark is fighting for. Otherwise, it looks like you're just surrounded by these like 50 or 60 foot high hedges, and there's a break in the hedges about 15 feet ahead and to your left, and you do kind of see this kind of black, misty, wispy looking smoke sort of pooling around that left-hand side. Further down, you see another entrance. You don't notice that same kind of smoke over there, like same kind of dark,
Okay,
smoky look.
so it's physical barriers that we can't see past this line then.
It's just hedges.
Okay, that's how I wanted to confirm. Is
So,
that or is that? Okay.
Mark is going to unsheath his greatsword because
Because that's all you have to
this
say.
just feels bad. It feels bad, man. And then, would a torch be of benefit here? Like, is it that dark?
No. I mean,
Okay.
you could, but you can see.
I could
Well, I'm
cast
not
light
gonna
on
do
my staff if we need it. That's also what I've been asking.
So, would you like to investigate the smoky left hand or the clean right hand?
Can I see which direction the gnolls went?
Give me another survival check.
And are they considered... One second. Are they
Can I-
considered
Can I check
fiends
again?
or monstrosities?
Gnolls typically are not.
Oh, for a second, I
Um,
thought we said moles.
Mole,
was
mole,
like-
mole.
I was like, some people might consider some breeds of mole to be monstrosities.
Well,
Oh my gosh.
I got an 18 for that because I wanted to do the same thing because I've been trying to track them
Yeah.
as we've been going.
Well, good thing your tracking skills are on point today because
What is this? So are you're tracking for the gnolls, or you looking
those
for?
prints that we saw when we were coming in to see
Mhm.
if they continue in one specific direction.
Mhm.
Mm. You see mishmashes of these prints in every which direction, even seemingly odd, like directly through walls. Like nothing seems to make sense as far as your typical tracking senses.
There's tracks that go through walls.
You weren't looking.
Oh.
Do
But-
tracks go through
Or-
walls?
Willow probably shared something like, these are really strange
Well-
looking tracks.
Yeah, these tracks are going all over the place. I can't tell. Whatever we followed in here is not going in one specific direction. They're all over the place. It looks like some of them went forward, some of them went to the left, some of them it looks like they even went through the hedges. So I don't know which direction we would choose.
For Willow and anyone else who has that, what is that, your like primeval sense or whatever it's called? Is
Oh,
that
Passive perception?
no, not passive perception. She was asking if gnolls were considered fiends or some such creature
Oh,
because she
right.
has a particular sense for tracking. Is that like a passive thing, or you take it? I was trying to remember. Are you taking an action or some kind of
No.
ability to look for something in particular? Hold on, I'm gonna look at your. I'm
No.
gonna cheat and look
I
at your
was
character sheet real
using-
quick.
I was just looking to see if I got advantage with my favorite enemy.
With my favorite enemy.
They're my
I
favorite.
bake them cookies.
I do
every
have-
day.
Primeval
Primeval?
awareness, but I wasn't
Mhm.
using it.
Okay. I think that's what I was asking for specifically. Okay. Yeah, no, for these tracking these gnolls, they're just really, really strange prints.
I believe it would be unwise to continue further without clearing rooms behind us.
Rooms behind
Rooms
us?
behind us.
So you think we should go to the left first and check that out and then go up to the right?
That is correct.
We're on the same wavelength, you and I. We got this.
I'm glad we have someone with tactical sense.
Burn?
We're not burning anything. We decided
Hey,
against that path for
lead
now.
No
the way, my
burning.
friend.
Listen, I'm always ready to burn.
Let's hedge that for now and go head to the left and check this out.
Yeah, Mark walks into the left-hand aperture.
Breeze following.
Excellent.
We're going this way?
To the left.
You are
No, we're
moving
going-
in.
But I
That's
That's
can't.
this way.
Oh, that's the
Oh,
way.
that's all
This
way
is
down
the
there.
way.
I thought it was
Oh.
up further.
This is the
So
way
you
we
see
walk through
another-
hedges, walk through
You
hedges,
see
walk
another
through hedges.
10,
Oh no, they all
Another
conjoined.
30 or another 30 or so feet.
Wait, Bree, you're at
This
the
is
end of the
amazing.
line. Get to the end of the line, Bree.
You see another 30 or so feet, and this row of hedges stops straight ahead, but there's another opening towards the left.
Copy that.
Let's keep
It
going.
is
That's
you
what
walked
you like.
into this sort of dark, smoky
It's a smoke pit.
blackness. It's not completely obscuring your vision, but it is notable that it is there. So it's kind
do
of
know
obscuring your vision just a little bit. It's just things are hazy around you now.
I have
Are you going all the way to the
what's
end
going on.
here?
Yeah. I am now
Okay.
looking downwards.
Excellent. What you end up seeing. So you're stopping to look straight ahead?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me, if you are looking ahead, and it's kind of hard to look past our giant robo friend, but if you're looking
Yeah.
straight ahead, give me a perception check.
No, but you can add a
Okay.
D4. I was like,
And
I
add a
will
D4.
Add a D4.
Do it. Make it
Perception.
happen.
19. So that's +3.
22.
22.
Excellent. You look ahead, and even through this haziness, you note that on the ground, it's significantly darker. Not just because there's this more of this dark, kind of smoky darkness, which you are very familiar with, this darkness, but that ground isn't even there.
Oh.
Oh, so
What
it's
you
a drop
see
pit?
appears
It's
to be
a
some
pit.
kind of pit. And
Oh.
the walls around you, the hedges around you, are no longer kind of those, it looked like those soft, small bits of foliage that make up a hedge. Here, they look sharper. They look more like thorns along this wall here.
I want to
And
look
that
down the pit.
dark fogginess is heavy. It's getting heavy.
Can I look down the pit?
Sure, you see dark.
Well, how far down? Because I could see fine down there, at least to 120 feet.
You see smoky dark.
Oh.
I want to turn around to everyone else and say, doesn't look as though we have ground to stand on.
Is that a grounded observation or an ungrounded one?
Okay, let's turn around and go back and pick
Yep.
a different path.
What you also see, Mark, is that at the far end, just on the other side of the pit, so straight ahead, you see another one of those, you see that hedge wall, but you do see an opening to the side. Let me
Oh,
ping
so
it.
theoretically you could
So you
So
mean you
over
could, like,
here, you
float
do
across
see
it?
something.
I bet.
Oh.
I believe I could jump over the pit.
I'm sorry. I
If he's gonna do
Wait.
that, I'm gonna go tie a rope to him first.
No. What about
I can
Ari?
just-
Ari has a bird. Can't you?
Isn't
Can't
Bree
you
still
just-
flying?
Can't you just have a bird go across?
Of course.
Ari is basically, or not Ari.
Hey, how long
Bree is
does
basically a bird at this point.
how
Yeah,
long
Bree
does
is
that
bird.
last though?
It's 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't. What
She
if
is small.
What if it wears
a
off
bird.
and chicks to come back?
Whoever's going across
sacrifice
there,
them
I'm
on-
tying a rope to him first. I don't care.
Well, what about the bird?
I will send my bird.
Tell me about this. Is this bird just like it's just a bird?
She's a bird that I can go dead eye and start looking through its eyes.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a familiar.
It's a fey bird.
A fey
Bird.
bird.
Oh.
A fey bird.
Mhm.
Interesting. Okay. You're gonna send your bird?
Let me double check something.
Is it your favorite bird?
My
Favorite?
favorite bird.
His favorite. You go foggy-eyed and start looking through the bird as it starts zipping across this pit. Roll me a Constitution saving throw
For the bird or for me?
for the bird,
The bird.
Okay, how far in does it go before it needs
and
to
roll at disadvantage.
How far in does it need to be before it?
As soon as it crosses the pit, as soon as it gets over open air over the pit.
Okay, in that case, it has +4
For
to this
what?
roll for my aura.
Okay. Bull.
Oh,
Poor
+4,
bird.
so 6.
The bird's dying.
Rip Spirit Owl.
The owl takes off from your shoulder, and the moment it goes over the pit, that darkness just seems to consume it and just seems to squeeze the life out of it as the familiar spell ends and it returns. You start seeing through your own eyes.
Bree, I don't think you should float across it.
I will not be jumping over the pit.
I'm
Back
gonna
the other way.
actively
Let's go.
back
Come
up
on.
from all of that. Just gonna go
Please
all the
move
way
so
back
that I
over
may
here.
exit this hellscape.
I wish to leave the pit.
I wish to leave the pit.
Okay.
Mm-mm. See, this is
Sorry
what-
about your owl.
I mean, I can get it again if you guys are willing to wait.
I don't want
How
to
long?
sleep here. I don't want to sleep here. Let's go.
It's just 1 hour.
No.
Poor Fed. I don't want to
What
sleep
time
here.
of day
You
is
should
it?
keep going.
Yeah, what time is it?
It was still fairly early
It's
when you guys
already
set out.
dark.
Is it your first time in the
Time.
darkness?
No, it's not my first time in the dark, but it's my first time seeing something eat the bird out of the dark.
Well, you
I
best
would
get
rather
used
it
to
be a bird that we can bring back after
don't
an
wanna
hour
get
than one of
used
us
to that.
should we come to something like that again in the future.
You gotta purge your fear.
So you go
You're
up
gonna
to
be
the
a
other.
purger.
You go up to the other notable break in the trees and the hedges.
Yep.
Yep.
Excellent.
Single file, like a good party should.
I'm imagining you guys can see fair enough. In this direction, you don't see more of that smoky darkness. You see another, what's that? 60 odd feet? 60, that's more than that. You count the boxes. It's
A
that many
bajillion.
feet.
Where are you going?
Well, no, I was just seeing how many of me's it takes to get to the other
What's
side.
that, like
but
70?
I stopped.
Oh.
70, 80 feet?
Yeah,
by
something like
fives.
that.
And as you're going through, you see where the wall is continuing. You see a couple of breaks. About 20 feet ahead, you see another break that leads downwards. Another, like, 10, 15 feet from there, there's a break going upwards. And then you see it go all the way to the end with another turn upwards. You see another wall directly in front of you.
So what clears
But there
from
is an
here?
upwards path.
What clears from here? If I look that way? Like if I look...
You stopped in front of...
Like if I look forward from here,
Sure.
what's there?
So you see Fenris, give me a perception check.
Okay. Perception?
Perception, please. If you're looking towards that path up.
21.
21? Cool. So you pass by, the one leading down looks
Okay.
pretty plain and average. As you continue down that path, you look upwards, and that looks pretty plain and average, other than this pool, another pit. There's another pit in the ground. And it kind of, well, you see another pit in the ground. Work with me here.
Can I go back to this pit really quickly and just shoot an arrow across the pit and see what happens?
Sure. You launch an arrow across the pit. It sticks into the wall across, right into the foliage.
Okay, never mind. Apparently, it only dislikes living things. So
Can I also be jotting down what I'm thinking is the map as we go?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Because I want.
I'm gonna leave it all. Anything you discover.
Well, no, I'm just saying. In my guy's mind, I want an exit strategy.
Sure.
Is there another path at the end over here?
Yeah.
You do see another opening in the trees there too. Yes.
So
Okay.
if I was standing here, what is that?
Hold on.
Oh.
Okay.
And what happens when Mark moves down? Oh, that's pan view. What happens when Mark moves down here?
I'll show you in a moment.
DM.
We all
doing
just
great.
ended up.
We're doing a lot of away from each other, and I don't love it.
Why is it not letting me select things? Hold on.
Just never stop splitting the party.
View? Never stop splitting the party.
Never stop splitting the party.
So Fenris and Willow look up, and you see a path that looks relatively normal. But towards the end of that one, you start to see more of that. You see another little pocket of that dark smokiness. Mark, you come down. Give me a perception check.
A billion.
Excellent.
20.
A 20?
Yeah.
As you start to approach down this way,
Oh, no.
you hear kind of these low, kind of growly noises. Occasionally they switch over to these sort of high-pitched, almost hyena-sounding laughter noises.
Okay.
That seem familiar.
Gnoll-ish?
You might even say gnollish.
Do you have knowledge of
As
them?
you start approaching this, I'll give that to you before you make it all the way to the bottom in case you wanted to make it. In case you wanted to change.
I figured this is probably a better spot for me to be at. Like once I start hearing things, like whoa, hold on a second.
Yeah.
And then
Are
just,
you
like,
calling our
around the corner.
attention? I was wondering if he was gonna like get our attention or if he's just.
I want to
This
make
is just what's
visual
been revealed so
contact
far.
first.
Yeah.
Are you going to stealth, or are you just going to look around the corner?
I just want to like peek around the corner to the right.
Can you like
Take a
pop
little
out
peek.
your eye like
around
Mr.
the-
Potato Head?
Yeah.
Peek around
Well,
the
I-
corner to the right.
But I don't actually have eyes. I just have one singular
Oh.
eye.
Well, then that doesn't work.
One singular eye that's not at the top of your head, so some of your head does have to be seen across and around in order
It
to
does.
peek around the corner.
But it is 7 feet above the above the ground, so most people are going to be expecting to see that.
Fair enough. So
Not everything's to look up.
you peek around the corner, and you, in fact, see Actually, if you peek around the corner, this is what you see. You
To
see,
the right.
oh, to the right.
other
I'm
one.
sorry. Undo.
Oh no! So let's just look
Bonus
a blank.
But
You
I
see
feel-
nothing.
I feel
You
like
see
you could
nothing.
probably turn your neck. You could probably check both
Yeah.
ways.
That would
For
be
clarity,
marked,
Bren,
right?
when I
Look
say
both
when I
ways
give
before
cardinal
crossing the
directions,
street.
when I give cardinal directions, I'm referring to like the map overall, not like from the
I
perspective of my character.
I would say something, but it would give too much away. So this is what you see. You see what looks like, again, another bit of that darkness. And the ground below, it's a very light kind of bit of that haze. And the ground itself also looks a little different. Where you've been stepping on what looks like very foresty, kind of stamped down foliage. Towards the end of this, where you see the hedge maze right in front of you, and then there's an opening on your left, or it's going upwards, you might say.
Sure.
But that ground right at the end looks different. It looks darker. It looks it looks off. It looks
I don't like
destroyed
that,
almost.
so I'm gonna peek around to the other side.
Other side now.
Yay!
Now you see things. You see, again, there's a break in the hedge. It continues only 5 or so feet. There's a break in the hedge there.
Okay. I'm gonna roll back this way and just whisper to them that I heard gnoll voices, or what sounded like gnolls coming from this direction.
I just thought. All right, when you sent the bird, did you so you can't look through its eyes anymore or something? Like, do you know if you lost connection or did it just get moved? Do you know if it died?
Do I feel a connection to the bird?
He's back.
He's
Like
back.
a familiar would be. Like he's with you. The bird's not. No, it's not
Did
summoned
it die?
anymore. It's
Okay,
not
it's
summoned anymore.
Oh,
It
okay.
died.
Okay. That's
It got eaten.
I can summon it again. We
consumed
can
by
use
the
it again,
darkness.
but it takes an hour.
You said the gnolls are down there?
I heard gnoll voices. Yes.
Can Willow's gonna walk down here, maybe to like here, and I'm gonna take out my eye and hold it around the corner so I can see.
What?
What?
I love it.
Yes.
Is Willow
called a
also
character
a
reveal.
Warforged?
Oh,
So
are
you're
you,
you're
Ask
holding the
somebody if
eye
they're
to peek around the
Warforged.
corner.
Yeah.
Are you a what is it? A hag beast or something? Not
So
hag beast.
No,
what
it's
what are
a-
the so yeah, tell me the sort of qualifications of the eye. Is it literally just a sight
Artificial
device?
eye replaces a real one that was lost or removed. While the Eret's eye is embedded in your eye socket, it can't be removed by anyone other than you, and you can see through the tiny orb as it were a normal eye.
Cool. Are you still Pass
So
Without a Trace is still active? Yeah.
Well, I feel like it technically would have been over an hour because we casted that like 30-minute walk away from here. So it's 30 minutes later, levitating up in the sky to deal with the pit. So, I mean, maybe it's there.
Now, I'll leave that up to you. If you think it's going still, I'm fine
I'll
with
give it
that.
to you.
That long.
I'll give it to you. Are you trying to stealth your eye around the corner?
Yeah.
I'll give it to you. Give me a stealth check.
Aye.
So 28.
Beautiful. You are able to see, just kind of stealth in your eyeball there.
It's an empty
Generator.
room.
It's not an empty room. There are, in fact, some creatures there. You see 2 large gnolls that are standing about. They're kind of lazily standing guard. But what you almost more notable than that is this kind of greenish smoke that seems to just kind of be confined to this little boxy area of the hedge.
I'm going to put my eye back and I'm just going to scooch back and I'm just going to hold up this.
We can take 2.
What is she saying?
Sorry, what were you doing?
You want us to talk louder?
Oh.
I think she's saying there are 2 gnolls in the room that she took her. That the eye thing happened with.
You can also still speak to me in your mind.
Let's move backwards and talk a
Back it up.
strategy. because
Back
it's
it
a
up.
small space.
Back it up, back it up. Well, we're all back. Okay, there you guys are.
Okay, there's 2 large gnolls in that room. Very large, just kind of hanging out lazily. There's some greenish smoke coming from the floor around their feet. It is a pretty confined space, so I don't know that too many of us will be able to do much in there at once. So I think we should come up with a strategy of who is going in.
Blitzing is kind of my thing.
Okay, Mark, any other takers? I can go unless somebody else wants to.
Wait,
I can.
how close are they together?
Did I notice how close together they were? I mean, it's a small space. They're pretty
It's
much
a pretty
right by
small,
each other.
yeah, it's a pretty small space. They're near each other. They're
You
they're
think
essentially
you could
standing
even
next to each
fit
other.
3 in there?
I
So
can.
there's like green mist.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Did they seem like they were affected by it?
Did I notice that?
Not really. They were just kind of chilling.
It didn't seem like it was hurting them or affecting them in any way.
Maybe it was a trap that they triggered, and now they're stuck there.
Did they look alive or dead?
They were standing. They didn't look like dead bodies.
Can I do like a? Because I deal with like mushrooms and stuff like that. Would I know any pollen or anything like that that may cause paralysis or anything like that?
Are you trying to see if they are paralyzed, or if you just know about paralysis?
To see if a trap like that might be in this environment, like that kind of flora.
Everything you can tell just by looking, especially with your knowledge of flora and such, that everything about this just seems unusual and out of place.
Okay.
Mark raises his hand and he says, I am immune to all disease and most poison.
Hey, me too, friend.
That is incredible.
Then I think we've got our 2 that go in first, and I'm happy to
Well,
go around the corner towards the back and
what if we
help
draw
provide cover.
them out instead of meeting them where they are?
Well, there's not really a larger area to draw them to. Where they are at is larger than
But right now
where we're at.
they have poison right now. What if?
So we're assuming. We don't know for sure.
Maybe, but I can just put a flame sphere in there and they would have to move or get burned alive.
Then we lose the element of surprise.
Okay, but we also would have the advantage of not being in potential hazardous areas.
Do we want to keep any of them alive for information like we were supposed to gather?
Can you talk to animals? Are we trying to talk to them? I thought our mission was,
Are they
taking them
humanoids or are
out.
they animals?
Can I do like a
humanoid.
history check or an animal handling or survival or something to see what exactly I would know about gnolls in terms of, are they easy to take down? Can we talk to them? Are they smart at all?
Gnolls are vicious and nasty, and they are chaotic. They want to cause harm to things that are not part of their own pack. They like to destroy things. They like to be bigger than things, and they're not really rational.
So would the fact that they're just standing there be abnormal for them if they're normally crazy?
Give me a history check. Or an animal handling, whichever one you'd like.
Animal handling. That bonus is way higher. 27, nat 20.
Hey! On top of everything being very odd about this, yeah, having gnoll sentries, if that's maybe what this seems like, also, yeah, that seems a little too controlled.
I have how high up are these hedges? Oh, I'm sorry.
Quite.
Okay.
Like 50, 60 feet up.
Okay.
The more we're talking about this, it does seem somewhat odd behavior that the gnolls would be standing so stationary. So maybe avoiding the green mist would be a good idea.
It's almost like the gnolls aren't the main target here. This seems awfully smart.
True.
Awfully.
We could just ignore them. It's not like they know we're here anyways or coming after us right now anyways.
That could change quickly.
It could also be bad
could-
if it is a trap and we have to come back, they could cut us off.
We can test their awareness.
Yeah. Can I move down here and just fire an arrow at the wall
Which wall? In front of them? In front of the
and
gnolls?
in front of, oh my goodness, if this thing would quit moving around, right here,
Sure.
just straight in front of me.
Go for it.
Okay. I just fire my arrow and wait to see if they move forward at all.
You launch this arrow. You launch this arrow at the wall, and you hear this nasty kind of gurgling and laughter as the two gnolls that you had seen, come charging out to go look at it. Did you want to try and move out of the way?
Yeah.
So much for
As
the
she
element
as
of
she
pride.
starts moving back, since I want to summon Flame Sphere right here.
Where?
Oh, I was clicking right
Okay.
there. So that takes up. It's a sphere of 5 foot diameter, and anything that starts or ends its turns within 5 feet of it takes 2d6 fire damage on a failed or half as much on a successful one, and I can move it on my bonus actions.
Within 5 feet of it. Okay, so
Correct.
you set it off.
I'm setting it off
Here?
like behind her as she's running backwards.
Okay. So you set off this, it's a very
Oh,
visible
whoops.
flame ball.
Yeah.
The gnolls had started running down and looking at where this arrow was. And since you can't see them any longer, but you hear them kind of with this barking and this growling, but you don't see them come around towards the flame sphere. How long does that last?
1 minute. Unless
Okay.
I break concentration.
What is the damage that it does?
It does 2d6 fire. So
So let's see.
I don't know if
Roll
there's any-
damage. We'll use that damage.
Oh,
if
we
you'd
will.
like. Yeah, we can do that. Because one of them, you do hear a kind of a yelping, like a woo, woo, woo. That
Do
turns
I
back
need
into a
to-
growling,
I
as
don't-
one of them seems to have gotten
I
singed.
don't know if it actually. Oh, no mind. Yeah, it would have rolled the way that it would have. Yeah, so one of them
Was
takes
I
6
out of the
damage.
way?
Yeah, I was waiting for you to get out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so one of them's harmed.
Willow is retreating to get out of the way so that Mark can move forward if he so
Yeah.
chooses.
Moving up.
Well, I plan on, as my bonus action's coming, just rolling it back into their little den spot. So I'm just gonna keep moving it backwards on them. And I guess I'll have to, in some way, have eyesight, so I just keep moving it back. I don't know
Sure.
if you want me.
This one-
How frequently should I be rolling damage? But they do get to. Sorry, I messed that up a little bit. They get to make a dexterity save.
They fail it.
Oh, okay. Cool. Then.
How
And-
far are you going until they're dead, or are you just backing
Yeah,
them
I'm
back
going
into the
until
spot?
I'm going until they're dead. They creep me out. I just did 10 damage.
Sure. So you see them kind of getting backed up by this flame ball that just keeps it. They're just essentially fighting it around in a circle, and you see them kind of tripping over some things as they move back, but they never quite get a chance to get around the fire to figure out even where it's coming from. Maybe they act from going from like kind of sentry like to now just that same kind of savagery. You just kind of wait and kind of smoke them out. You basically just burn them alive. Are you proud of yourself, Fenris?
Yes.
Cleric?
I just want to put my hand on his shoulder and say, I approve the Scorched Earth strategy.
Here.
That was pretty lit. Blaze it.
Okay,
Nice.
let's not lose sight of why we're here. Let's press on.
Well, we're here to kill gnolls, I thought.
Yeah, we got 2 of them, but there's clearly something larger going
Roll
on here.
gnolls or
Is
gather
the green
information?
smoke still in the room?
It is.
I will break concentration, so I guess this goes off somewhere.
You do see in this room, in this little area, what you see is you see this smokiness in the room, in this area. but you also see what appears to be 2 like water jugs and then this broken ceramic, almost urn looking piece.
Wait.
It's broken into a few pieces on the ground.
So is somebody in there right now?
No, just the dead bodies.
Oh, okay. So it's just us looking over there, essentially.
I want to take a peek over in this direction and see what's up there.
Sure.
Oh, I thought the ground that you're standing on right there was this foggy bit.
That's why I'm peeking around the corner.
Oh. It looks
So
like
yeah,
you're
right
all-
along the edges.
to
It
avoid-
seems
yeah.
to be coming out of the hedges itself. Like right along the edges, you see sort of those black tendrils just dancing around there.
The edges of the hedges.
The edges of the hedges.
Oh, now they're tendrils.
Delicious, delicious tendrils.
And when you peek around the corner, since you're already well familiar with these things, you see another pit.
Oh,
Oh.
I hate pits.
The darkness in there is deep down. It's not that same kind of full smokiness that you had seen from the other one. There is definitely that darkness, those signs of the darkness that is deep in that pit. And it does have another opening on the other side there. There's an opening in the
So,
hedges.
There was
Time to go around.
There was the one hallway that was long and didn't feature.
Sorry, there was also this guy that
black
definitely
pit.
should have been revealed to you.
I
Sorry, you
think I
passed
know
by
what you're
this
saying.
part of the hedge of the walkway too. That
Yeah.
definitely was there too.
Oh.
But it's just more hedge.
Hedge.
Okay.
We love hedge.
We love hedge.
It's
So
dark hedge.
Thanos is
And
gonna
this also has those kind of the hardened walls of foliage over around this pit.
So
I vote that we go somewhere
I
else.
feel like we should probably head that direction.
Hey, let's
I
go. Lead the
concur.
way.
Let's go.
Well, you wanna take a point there, Mark?
I cannot get around.
What, you
I
can
am
move
too
through.
You
large.
can make
move
room.
through. You can move
Yeah,
through
you can
your.
walk away.
I cannot. Thank you for trying though. So
Where do we
you'll
go?
All right, let
You
us
go-
go.
you do see another break in the hedge at the top, but you do see that light wisp of that darkness up there as well.
I feel justified in calling this, but it seems that there's more darkness up ahead. Let us see.
You're just gonna peek around.
Hey, do a little peek.
Sneak peek.
You look around and you see the hedge doesn't continue far, just another 15 feet or so. But what you do see this crate, this very large crate. And around that crate, you do see more of this darkness from inside. And you also hear a snarling from inside. And the moment you're kind of peeking around and looking at this crate, it starts shaking and you hear this growling from inside. It's rattling. Look, you see these 2 dark paws
I
that
stab
have
the
sharp
crate.
claws.
You
You're
what?
stabbing through it?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Do I get advantage since it's a stationary target on the ground?
In a
It
box
is
I
a-
can't see.
That can't see.
It's not a big box.
Yeah, it's technically
It's
blinded.
a 15-foot cage.
Is it
Oh.
technically blinded?
No, it's not blinded. It's
15
it is in it, but it is within that wispy darkness. It sees you though.
Oh.
I'll give you advantage on the roll. It is inside of a gigantic 15-foot cage.
Okie dokie, artichoke. That's
you
one.
do have
That's
guidance.
not great.
And your tokens are a little bit large. It's just not matching up perfectly.
Wow,
Oh wait,
How'd
it's
we
an ability
do?
check.
that was terrible.
Oh dear.
It was a
14.
9 and a 1,
Oh dear.
but 14 total.
14. A 14 will hit.
Hey, nice. And then 2d6 plus 5. Ouch. Is there anything else that I can add to this? I don't think so.
Well, can I add an attack in there as well as panic because I see him attacking?
You cannot.
I got
Okay.
14.
14 damage as you
What?
are you stabbing or slice?
Yeah, it's a stab.
You're stabbing in with your great sword and you hear this awful groaning, and then a vicious spitting growl as the cage bars snap and the top of it comes up. And this immense black bear sits back on its hind legs and growls at you. We're gonna have you roll initiative is what we're gonna do.
Okay, so
Okay.
this is where we select our token, then
Almost
roll.
unbearable.
That's a pretty crummy cage for it to just be able to break out like that.
Weird, isn't it?
All I'm saying.
I think it's safe to
Mhm.
say that Mark is going potentially last.
So
Even though he's the
you've
first
got
in the line.
That's fine. I stabbed it.
That's right, that's perfect from I Toll the Dead.
Breezy,
You do more
Fenris,
damage on a hurt target.
Ari, Willow, Mark.
Bear.
Give me a second.
I'm sure you'll tell us when the bear is in the turn order.
I will.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Waiting's unbearable.
He rolled a nat 1.
Oh my god.
He's really badly hurt. He got stabbed in the face. What do you want from him? Breezy.
His
All right.
death.
Breezy will. Can she make her way up to the bear?
Yes, don't mind the token size. I have to adjust those as well. Guys, I'm
Cool.
prepared for everything.
Breezy's gonna make her way up to the bear and slash it twice with her sickle.
Excellent.
Let's say 25 to hit
Oh.
25 will hit.
and a 15 to hit.
15.
Well, 14 hit it earlier.
Oh, yes, 15 hits. Thank you.
Cool.
Yep.
7 damage for the first one.
Okay.
Oh my. We might get this bear killed before it gets its
11
turn.
damage for the next one. And then gonna spend a key point to do flurry of blows,
Monks are wild.
Monks
which
are
gives me
wild.
2 unarmed strikes. Another
Something
25 to
there.
hit.
25 hits.
And that one also hits.
Heck yeah.
Please.
Real quick, so you're doing unarmed strikes? No, your first one were sickles. These are unarmed strikes?
Yep.
Gotcha.
The
That was
first two were
13.
sickles, right?
Yes.
Oh no, is it bad to touch bear? Don't touch bear.
And then 7.
Excellent. You slice at this bear that had drawn itself back, preparing to pounce on the creature that has stabbed it in its face. And you can see where it almost looks like, getting up close, you can see where it looks like the flesh is torn on the sides of its face, elongating its jaw and these razor sharp teeth within it.
Oh.
You hack at it with the sickle, slicing it further, and then bring out these final blows with your hands as you just make contact with it. The bear falls in front of you. And as it's coming down, I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Now I feel bad for the bear.
Good.
18.
Ask for this.
18? Excellent. You as the bear drops and you're pulling away from it with its blood on your hands for having destroyed the rest of it. It was pretty badly hurt. The blood itself looks very dark on you, on your hands. And it's like, almost as if it's coagulating quickly or something, some explanation, but it's also very tacky as it's dark on your hands. Almost warm. Not
It's
just
got weird
normal
blood
warm
types.
blood, but like an uncomfortable, unsettling kind of feeling. But otherwise, it's just gross.
So it's dead.
Well,
Oh,
The
that
bear
was
is dead.
Okay,
It's
okay.
very dead. It's very dead.
That's another reason I wasn't super worried about the turn order.
All right. Well, that was a dead end.
What's
So-
our
The
next
bear, yes.
option?
Can I
I mean-
investigate the area and see if there's anything to be found around this crate or
Give me a
In the
perception
crate?
check.
Yeah.
You find bear poop in the crate.
Of course.
Oh no!
Without a perception check, you find bear poop.
Well, that's kind of crappy, but
Is
that's a
it-
16.
Is it black bear poop that's all gross and tacky?
It's particularly pungent and awful. The smell burns your nose. Take 1d4
don't
damage.
have a nose.
What?
It burns your sensory
I don't have that either.
pieces. You have an eye!
I have an eye.
1d4 damage. Roll it.
How much damage have you taken?
Like
Zero.
none.
Oh, I thought it was Bree taking the damage.
3.
There you go. Mark it. Did you roll perception? Yes.
I did. I got a 16.
So you
Where's
don't
my
notice
health?
anything tangible in this area. What you note is that just like Mark had seen sort of through that hedge, you note like that wall just seems to have these tendrils of this wispy darkness on the other side as well.
Interesting. I go over to the wall and I'm gonna poke it.
You poke it.
I poke it.
You poke
It's
the wall?
poked.
Okay. Do the tendrils react in any sort of way? Is there any change in what they do, or is it just?
It feels kind of cold.
All right.
What's our next option for paths?
There was the one with I think it was red.
The
Have we
palm.
looked at this hole yet?
That's what I'm talking about.
Hmm. And if you come up to it, and you've seen a few of these pits now, but this one doesn't have this darkness just sitting at the bottom of it. There's just this dark liquid something sitting at the bottom of this pit.
How far
Different kind of darkness.
How far is the bottom, like, distance-wise?
Maybe 10, 15 feet down. It doesn't seem super.
This isn't your normal everyday darkness.
This is advanced.
This is advanced darkness.
Advanced darkness.
And the distance is like 10 feet, like a easy.
Yeah, it's not very steep.
All right, Mark goes back.
And there
to the,
is and
I'll be
there
right back.
where it goes seems to be another break in the hedge there to your left. It seems
Mark-
to be in that direction.
Mark like goes all the way back here, and then takes a running leap over the pit.
Okay. Do you have a jump distance?
No, it's. I
Isn't
think
there a
that's part of
default
the
jump?
player
No,
handbook as to
It's
how.
an
Yeah, you
athletic.
can jump.
Well, there's like specifically like a long jump.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know if you'd have to. I would just say give me an acrobatics to jump over the pit.
Okay.
What's your strength?
My strength. Oh, acrobatics.
Mm-hmm.
I do
Oh, that's
athletics instead.
dex. You can do athletics. Yes,
Heck yeah.
I'll allow it.
Plus 9, 25. Oh wait, no, 24.
Excellent. As you make this running leap and you jump over this pit and you wind up on the other side.
I am incredible.
Is there anybody who's less confident in their jumping skills?
I am.
Me.
I can provide assistance.
Can I tie like a rope to him?
To who?
To you?
Oh, me? Oh, am I the
She
next
wants
one?
to tie a rope around
Am
someone.
I the next one jumping?
Are we jumping over?
Not
Let's go.
necessarily, but I
Okay.
feel like while other
Okay.
people are jumping, I'm tying a rope around you.
Okay, well,
Really?
maybe. Okay, I guess I'll go next since I have the rope.
I will put out my hand to like try and catch whoever comes next.
Well, that's what
Okay.
I was gonna say. Can I like throw the rope to Mark, and so then like as he's jumping, Mark can pull him?
Oh yeah, I can just no. I mean, he could just fall down. And I can
Well,
pull
no,
him.
I don't want to fall down.
That's an even corner, by the way. I'm sorry that it's just the way it wound up, but that's
Yeah.
a proper corner of the hedge.
Okay. So
Okay.
So
you threw it to
Mark, and so when you jump, that way he can pull you across the rest of the way.
Can
since
roll
I
for
have
strength?
multiple people
I'm not
helping.
gonna. You don't need to. You're
since I-
good. If you're going to, in this fashion, get across this pit, I will allow this. This
Can
is
I roll
fine.
to pull him
Okay, so
without
I
him
don't have
jumping
to-
bring him across the pit?
No,
You
because you'll
guys-
probably roll something and hurt him.
Oh, I got a nat 1. I'm glad you didn't ask us to actually roll.
This is why I tied the rope.
The rope was a very good idea for getting over the pit.
Does anybody
But
else
as you
feel
are-
like
Okay, so I'm across.
Sorry, go ahead.
As you are crossing the pit, you can see through where that break in the hedge is, and you see.
Oh, I didn't realize there's a break right there.
There's a break in the hedge there.
Can I, while other people are coming across, can I come down here and see what's that way?
Yes.
You should probably untie the rope from around yourself.
Well, yeah, I figured
Nah.
I untied it, and then you guys are repeating the
Nah,
process.
keep that rope.
I want my
Throw
rope
it
back.
That
over
rope
to
looks good.
Willow, so that she can reuse it on her side.
Yeah.
When you come further down this direction,
So are we all just across then?
You are able to cross if you are utilizing the rope.
Okay, so let's just keep going with the rope.
You can
That's the sure
see
way to go.
you see a further passage. It does stop about 40 feet or so. And you see another break in the hedge, but you also see more of that kind of almost scorched looking ground going up in that direction, along with more of that wispy darkness.
I have a question.
I have an answer, probably.
How far from this corner to here? Is that like 5 feet?
Which corner to where?
This corner, right next to the pit, just right
Mhm.
there, to like this edge.
Past the hedge wall is another 10 feet before you hit the other hedge wall. Another hedge wall. So, like, past here to here?
No, from here and then to here.
Here? 5 feet.
Yeah, like the edge. 5
About
feet?
5 feet.
I could probably just like step across that.
Did you want to try and balance your way and just kind of go around the hedge?
Yeah.
I mean, the hedge
So
itself is still pretty thick. I'd
I mean,
probably
that's
have
I
you
could,
do
like, just
another.
grab onto it and then like work my way over.
I think you weigh the most out of all of us. I don't think you should do anything that would require us
If you want to
pulling you
try and
back.
work your way around, that one I would say would be acrobatics over athletics, but I would let you roll
What?
it. That's going to be maneuvering versus just like I need to just heave myself across.
Not if I'm just like grabbing the hedge.
It's a hefty hedge.
Yeah, I'm a hefty boy.
You are a
Your
hefty
long-
boy. It's
Your
going to
long
cost.
jump is 10 feet, by the way.
You can also just step down into the liquid and just pull yourself back up. It's not that
Yeah.
shallow. Or
I'll
it's not that
just-
deep.
I'll just do that instead.
What?
You want to just go down into the
Into
liquid?
the pit and then out of
Excellent.
the pit.
Excellent.
Assuming I didn't take corrosion damage or anything like that.
You went down into the pit. You're now covered in this like kind of viscousy, dark red kind of liquid, and then I'll say you're strong enough to pull yourself back up out of the pit, and you're just kind of covered in this viscousy dark red liquid and step out.
I do a self clean, just
It's very difficult to get all this junk off.
okay. Fine. What do I see?
What is self clean? Is that like a prestidigitation kind of thing, or you're just trying to clean yourself
No,
off?
it's like a course electricity through my entire body at incredibly high voltages.
So like how
you
clean an
still got
oven?
bits on there.
So it's like how an
It's
oven
just like
self
burned
cleans.
onto your metal.
What was that, Fenris?
It's like how an oven self cleans when you put
Yeah.
on that. It superheats.
I have a self clean function.
Yeah, but it's like one of those older models, and so if you haven't done it in a while, it's just not going to come out perfect, But you did your
That's fine.
best.
That's okay.
I'll show you what you see then if you cross over there. And then tell me if you wanted further insight on what's up top, whoever looked up top, because you did see more of that, what you call it.
You mean like when I was
Oops,
there?
that's not the right thing. Yeah. You do see another break in the hedge, Mark.
There is more pathway here. I can assist anyone who would like to cross.
And
Fully
then
check out where Fenris is.
okay, and then up top we can see yonder. All shall be revealed. So you see a lot more building of this smoky darkness as the hedge continues upwards, and you see more of that kind of scorched looking ground there.
Would anyone like to investigate this side with me?
I'll come along with you.
Very well.
Nobody joined me, except so I'm going back over this
I'll
way.
come up over
Oh,
by you.
okay. Well, if we're both going, then I would go up to here.
Would you
And-
like assistance, Bree? The
I'll-
liquid is quite viscous.
I was just gonna sort of climb the hedge and go around.
Very well.
I think you can walk on water.
If you're going around the hedge, also give me an acrobatics, and I
Yep.
will reveal in the meantime what they see up top.
That's a 28.
Yeah, you're good.
Once in a while.
Yeah, you
Monks, man.
good. You good.
Nice 3-point landing.
Beautiful. Perfect. Well done.
Hope you two have a way of healing yourselves over there if something happens to you.
I got a little bit of some healing stuff.
Okay,
I
that's
have
good.
Undying
So-
Rage.
For the sake of time a little bit, as the three up top you're coming around, what you can see is a whole lot more of this kind of compounding dart,
And then,
but it also leads you to
oh,
a dead end.
Back the other way. Let's go.
okay, yep. So
There's
I guess right here, I will try to cross. I guess you
Wait,
said a
this is
hex.
dead end too?
Anyone who's trying to just kind of climb their way across, you're not just going to go down into the liquid and back up. Give me an athletics or an acrobatics.
I was
Can
gonna
Mark
say
go down into the liquid and like help them?
He could.
I could
If you
just
want to.
hold them
I
across.
could step
from,
on his
like, the head.
shoulders and jump over.
It's thicker than the map indicates. It's the best I could do with the map. It's still a bit of a stretch. You could, but it'd be tricky.
Can I assist them? So if I assist them, would that give them advantage?
Yeah, like if he stretches out his hand or something like that.
Sure.
Okay, cool. So I'll roll. You said acrobatics, but with advantage.
You can roll acrobatics with advantage.
Okay. 14.
That's with advantage?
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
My other one was gonna be is that a 3? Yeah.
You just managed to make it across.
Okay.
Welcome, friend.
Who's next? Anyone else? 16? You make it across.
Good thing I rolled that one.
And then Ari, did you roll yet?
Oh, he's already across. I wish she had like a 28 or something. Oh, never mind.
No,
Ari.
Ari.
Yeah.
You get across, but you're slipping a little bit on this foliage that, especially as a druid, the unnaturalness of this is very unsettling for you. So you do kind of skim through a bit of that dark, viscous, gross liquid. So it's just kind of hanging out on your shoes a bit.
Let us
So
go.
what is
Up
beyond?
or down?
Let's keep going.
Does
I'm
going
Druidcraft
to
work on
reveal-
these hedges?
The what?
Does Druidcraft work on the hedges?
What are you attempting to do?
Just make a flower grow.
It does not.
Good to know.
Oh, did any of the hedges catch fire when I cast flame sphere? Because it would light anything that is burnable.
They did not.
Okay.
Dun dun dun.
Oh no, they have bags of trash.
So those are rocks.
Oh.
So you see these stones. They're
Or stones?
large,
What?
dark stones that seem to have the way that you'd see like ore, like ore going through, like the little, golden pieces through. It's like that, these veins of what look like ember.
It's not just a boulder. It's a rock.
rock.
It's a rock.
Inside
Alright,
check.
well, I'll go in a little bit and see what's up.
Let me make sure you can see these hedge bits here. You see those? Good.
Oh, okay, that's hedge. All right.
Yes, that's hedge. And if you
I
go
did not
forward,
know.
you see hedge around you.
So much hedge.
These boulders are quite large. You would need they are obstacles to your path.
That's fine. I should probably go first
Mhm.
on the off chance that anything lies beyond here.
Lead the way, big guy.
So
Wait.
I'm gonna go over
So
here.
you're
we're
trying to get
going-
around them?
Oh, we're going
To go
that
down?
way?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
going this way.
Okay. Give me, if you're going to sort of climb, they are very much impeding path. If you're going to climb around them, please give me a Constitution saving throw. You're a big guy. You can handle
That's probably pretty easy.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's 17
Plus
off
4.
of a not. Oh wait, no, that's plus 9. What did I roll?
You have 4 more to
Okay.
that.
Yeah, I rolled an 8.
it. Okay. So you got 17?
17 total.
Okay.
21.
21?
Yeah,
21.
21?
because it's
Where?
paladin aura.
Oh,
Oh. neat.
That's
gotcha.
what the circle is.
Yep. So you definitely feel your body heating as you touch and climb over these stones. You definitely feel it. And then you go past them.
But I'm made of metal.
Fenris, are you also that close to where the stones are? Are you just hanging out on the
No,
stones?
I was just didn't know where to put him.
That's cool. No worries. You're good. I know the tokens are large. Sorry.
Am I the only one
Okay, I guess I will because I've been sticking by him because he's a big robot guy.
Okay.
There nothing
So
down.
what is it? You
this
said
way?
it's what is it to get past that?
Down this. There's just hedge. I'm sorry. It's hard
Constitution
to see.
saving throw, Yuha.
Constitution saving throw.
I didn't make those very
18,
clear.
and I'm guessing I get to add 4 to that.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
You're good?
No,
22.
not you.
Not. All right. So are we heading downtown? Down there?
When you head down, you find another
Yes.
dead end.
This is what I was worried about.
Dun dun dun.
I mean, as I'm writing in this
So-
map, it didn't really make that much sense to me that there would be more down.
This doesn't make sense. My map says so.
All
So we
right,
need to
so
climb this direction.
yeah, I guess I would try going. Well, I'll wait for him to try first, and then I'll follow after.
The two of you have already gone over the stones. You sort of are able to you know the feeling now. You're able to withstand. You can get across
Okay, cool.
if you
Okay.
wanted to get to the other side.
Yeah.
I want to land on this side, yeah.
Okay. Yep, you're good. If the others want to cross, it's a Constitution saving throw.
We're going.
Puddle says Mad Pack is the Chris Pine of the group. I think I think I like that.
19, you're good.
14.
14, Willow, please.
Well, plus
uh,
4,
Plus
so
4.
18.
Oh,
So
18
18.
plus 4. Okay, you're good.
What if
It's
it's
just Ari left?
What if it's Ari that gets like a 1 after helping all of
Okay,
us?
19. Okay. You make your way
Easy.
across. So what
Partially.
you see
Is what you
is
get.
this long area. Badoop.
Oh, dead end.
Oh.
Goes
Another
up and
dead end.
down. But you do as you come out from this part of the hedge, you do see these fluttering little lights. These little blue dancing lights that are sitting pretty kind of right around the corner and heading up.
Can
They're
I-
just fluttering all about in this little sort of 10-foot box.
Can I
area.
try and capture one in a jar? Like a firefly?
You
What is this? Legend of
can
Zelda?
attempt this?
What is this? DreamWorks movie Over the Hedge, which was critically acclaimed?
And right before I
You-
try, I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
Okay. I'm gonna guess.
Is your guidance telling you not to do this?
No, my guidance is telling me I might be bad at this.
Okay. So you reach out to kind of touch these things and kind of get them into a jar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Does a 13 hit your AC?
no.
You start to reach for them, and they all start to just flutter about your hand. They're just kind of like, you feel almost like a firefly, say, if it were just kind of just constantly batting at your hands. But they're moving in order to kind of catch one. You start to do it, and you think you've got one until you see it just kind of phase through the glass and go back to batting at your hand.
Okay, as a reaction to that, well,
Mm-hmm.
it's not like a reaction, but what I would like to do to that is I'm casting Word of Radiance.
What does that do?
So Word of Radiance is you utter a divine word and burning radiance erupts from you. Each creature of your choice that you can see within range must succeed a Constitution saving throw or take, this would be 3d6 radiant damage. So all
Okay.
of the firefly things.
That is one way to deal with swarming enemies, that's for sure.
Sure.
And it's a cantrip, just so you know.
Mhm.
A 4?
Ooh.
That does
No,
not
it doesn't.
That does not meet my 16 DC.
It does not. So you just see this cluster of these.
They-
What become apparent to you are these little will-o-wisps. You see a cluster of them just kind of like disappear in this burst of light.
Yes.
What was the divine word out of curiosity?
Oh crap.
Please go
Lumos.
away. It was more of a phrase than a word. It's just please go away.
Please go away.
The divine phrase, please go away.
And as those disappear, or as they disappear in this burst of light, just kind of bursting away, more seem to appear, as if sprouting to life from nowhere. More seem to appear all around you, and they're just fluttering. They're not quite coming near you, but they are just fluttering in this area.
I would like
we
to
just move.
I would like to
through
run
them.
away.
I think we gotta go through them. We gotta keep moving forward.
Are you all following where Fenris went?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Assuming that he's running away.
That's
through
what
them.
I'm doing.
Yeah, they're kind of above you. And as you guys start moving away, they sort of start dispersing.
Spooky.
Kind of
This
the lights
is
kind of just
weird.
going out.
Don't like it.
All right. What's around this corner?
Around this corner,
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
No,
Not quite.
another corridor.
you start to go in this direction. Or you look down this direction. Everyone give me a perception check.
Who can see down there?
12.
This darkness, you're also seeing more, this kind of trail along this
Three?
bottom wall.
So I got a 7,
seeing
but I'm
more
gonna
of this
add
darkness.
my guidance roll to that, and that will give me another 1. So I have 8 with guidance.
What?
I have 8.
What? What?
I have 8
Nat
with
1?
guidance.
You guys are ridiculous. You're positively ridiculous.
But you love us for it.
Yes. Bo, you're looking ahead and you see this.
Fenris.
I'm sorry. Bo. Fenris, you're looking ahead and you see, very obviously, you see these green flames at another opening, another break in this hedge along that top wall. Because you are just super spooked by those will-o-wisps. Just you are spooked. They were weird. You couldn't even catch one in a jar. The others, as you start to move, something in the corner of your eye makes you look back, and you do see
Oh no.
those will-o-wisps.
Oh, no.
But again, it's not that same clustering of them. They just seem to be like popping in and out of sight. Specifically, Willow, you note that they seem to kind of pop in every time you move and then pop back out when you guys kind of stop and look. You move again, they pop in as if watching and then pop back out.
Those blue things back there are being super weird.
We just gotta
I
be
think-
weirder then.
I don't know that that'll really help us.
Mark
I've-
sheaths his great sword and begins walking on his hands.
I've been told I'm weird. Do I have to do anything?
Yeah, that works. That's
I
weird.
am simply following instructions.
I don't think that those instructions are going to help us.
Can I make an Arcana check on those green flames?
The green flames.
Mark
Yeah.
resumes his feet instead of his hands.
Thank you, Mark.
Sure, go ahead, roll
Don't
me
want to get
Arcana.
off on the wrong foot.
Womp womp.
Okay, so that's a 17.
So Fenris,
Aw.
those flames look the same kind of gross from the green, that green misty gross that you had seen as you were pushing those gnolls back. You get that same kind of gross sense from these green flames. Something about them, it just feels very wrong. And as you're kind of focusing on them, trying to understand them, you also start to hear kind of almost in your mind it starts very low, and then just as you're concentrating on the flames more, it gets louder in your ears and you realize it's starting to sound like screaming.
I don't want to sleep here. There's screaming in the fire at the green. So, do we need to go past the flames, guys?
Yeah, they look like
We
they're off to
probably
one
do.
side. Can we skirt by them?
You certainly could.
Do we need to go through them though?
You
To
mean-
continue like to this far end, you wouldn't.
Do you mean through as in going like this way?
Yeah, because it looks like
Yeah.
it goes up.
Well,
There is a break in the hedge there, yes.
well, let's do this one step
Can we
at a
stand
time.
like right next to it right here and see without going through them yet?
You could stand there, but the flames are definitely high enough to block your vision. But what you do see if you do go over there, so Willow and Mark and probably Breezy too, you guys can see further through that hedge. You see what looks, and Fenris, you're hearing that screaming. Just the more you stand near it, you hear that screaming in your head louder, just as you were concentrating. The others, what you guys can see, just looking at it, you see these just roiling flames, and you see what appears to be a hand within those flames. that seems to be just writhing, reaching through that green flame.
I support most fires and the Scorched Earth strategy, but not this one.
Wait, so the creature's just writhing in there, inflamed?
There's something in there that you see a hand, you see it just writhing, and you see these flames.
I am going over here.
Wait, maybe we should help it.
I was gonna say, how
Right.
far into the flames is it?
This is what you're able to see just based on the size of these flames.
Can I cast Divine Sense while I look at it?
What does that do for you?
Detect good and evil. Being affected by the hollow spell. Location of celestial fiend undead within 60 feet.
Location of celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet. Okay.
Not behind total cover.
Okay. Is that just you cast it?
It's just a feature.
Sure. Yeah, there is something fiendish and awful deep in those. You sense it immediately. As you concentrate to sense it, you hear, starting low and then steadily growing, this awful screaming from within the flames.
I think that's a fiend or something.
Okay, I'm gonna move on then. What do we see? I guess, is this the next direction?
It certainly is. You see into another, it appears to be another dead end, but it is not empty. As you've been coming in this direction, you just see more of this darkness piling up. You can still see through it, but it just feels worse. As if you are just walking into the heart of dark.
Is it still
It feels bad,
tenderly?
man. It's just wispy, smoky darkness. And as you get closer, you can also see what appears to be a lot of, you see this large tree in the corner, this very dead-looking tree that is just covered in this thick webbing. You also see in the other corner these figures that appear to be entirely wrapped up in web. And then in this top corner here, you can also see what appears to be this webbing around this little cocoon. Sweet little cocoon.
All right, well, I'm unsheathing my greatsword again. I guess we'll just kind of go investigate this guy.
Okay.
Perhaps it would be best for you to remain at a distance, friends,
Yeah, I'm only
as
gonna.
I'm immune to poison.
I'm only gonna come to that point, and I'm gonna cast Shillelagh on my staff.
So you're just inspecting the figures over there?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me an investigation.
Investigation. It's a 16.
Okay. These definitely have human form, as if these are human victims of whatever creature left these webbings here. They're not moving. They're quite still, and they are wrapped up in these corners. They look as if they've been kind of left there.
Can I slice into the webbing to see if they have anything on them that might help dispel the fire or progress?
Slice into the webbing. So there's two figures there. Did you want to slice into both?
Yeah. Not into their bodies, but cut the webbing.
Roll. You're going to use your sword to give me an attack roll.
Okay. 20, dirty.
Okay. You start to kind of break through this webbing, and it seems like every time you go through it, it just seems to seal itself back up.
That is not how webbing is supposed to work.
Can
That's
I?
not how any of this works.
After seeing him
Nothing.
go in and touch that, and it seems secure, I would like to come up over here and make a medicine check on it.
On what?
On this guy right here, because that's a person, right?
No, this is a
Oh.
tree.
Then this guy right here. I'll make
That's a
him-
cocoon.
Okay, is there not another person here?
No,
His-
I'm standing over
he's-
both.
Okay,
people.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go over to the one he's by and do a medicine check.
Okay, go ahead, roll.
Oh my gosh. 11
Wow.
with +8.
Wow.
Why are you making this so difficult on me? What are you hoping to observe about it?
So we do know that there's something beyond this, right? to confirm, beyond the green, we did see a path?
No. This is all you see here. This is a dead end.
Oh, up here?
Like
Where?
beyond the
Up
fire.
here, I'm talking about by the fire.
Oh, yes. Well, no, you can't really see. It's just flames. It's very tall flames.
Okay.
Very tall.
Did the flames feel hot when we passed by?
No. Not specifically. They definitely feel like they definitely seem like they are arcane of nature, not just natural flame. So you did the medicine check on that
Yeah.
that victim from earlier. You with an 11, you can look at the shape of it. It's very humanoid. You can see it doesn't appear to be like as if it were injured or like broken. You know, he seems to be in one piece, whoever this was is whatever. But you can't really tell more for all the webbing that won't break away.
I kind of, guys, maybe we have to go beyond the fire. What if we like finished off the person that was in there, the fiend? What if we just kind of nixed him and moved on?
We can try.
I would probably be the best to step into the flames
Well,
because
I
I'm
can just do magic.
I can shoot it with an
into-
arrow from
Yeah,
outside the flame.
we
That
could
is
just-
also a good
Why don't we go
stratagem.
with a range approach a little bit?
Yeah, I'll take out my bow and try to shoot whatever's in the flames.
What are you aiming at?
That hand, I guess.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna do another word of radiance on him.
Okay. Both of you go ahead and roll.
Alright, and then he has to make a con save.
25 to hit.
Okay.
Okay.
He fails the con save.
Okay, please go away. Wait. Please roll now.
25 will hit it.
There we go.
5 damage.
Ooh, 16.
So you launch these attacks into the flames, and you do see them strike that hand, and the hand stops moving, and it falls. And these flames do start to clear up. And what you see underneath them are old bones. You see what appear to be kind of like ruined looking armor pieces. You see ruined old weaponry. And just behind these flames that I had difficulty indicating using a map, but just behind, like if you had taken enough steps forward, you also would have seen another pit. As if it were luring you towards it.
I'm so tired of these pits.
The two who were over there to attack, what you also see, again out of the corner of your eye, this little blue flash that appears, disappears.
Can I roll a survival check to see if I know whether gnolls know this kind of magic or not?
Sure. You can roll at advantage.
Roll advantage.
You have an expert with you who was wondering the same thing earlier.
18 and it's gonna be 18.
Okay. Yeah, no. This is way above what any gnoll would ever do. Gnolls don't typically deal in the arcane. Gnolls don't typically deal in mazes. This is incredibly unusual.
This is amazing compared to what they could normally do.
Absolutely.
So, where's our next option to go back to that we can actually...
From what
I
I
think
can
it might be.
tell, it's that black pit we saw in the beginning.
in the very beginning?
Yep.
As you pass through here, Ari, as you were coming down, those will-o-wisps were, again, they were like all kinds of like far off, just blinking into existence very rarely. And the closer you get, they start swarming again, just fluttering around that area. They're not touching you. They're just fluttering around this area here.
Can I
Where are
like...
you moving off to?
Can we?
Can
Can I
I
walk
just...
through the wall?
That's what I was gonna say. Can we try to stick our arm through the foliage right there?
In this
You go to
direction?
touch the foliage. 24, whose AC does that hit?
Oh, out of
Yes.
who?
Of whoever touched the foliage.
Oh, I
That
didn't.
hits me.
Okay. As soon as you go to touch the foliage and you lay your hand on it, the will-o-wisps dive for you in this very protective manner. They dive.
Oh, so they're making an attack roll?
They are.
Oh, then I would like to make a reaction and give them disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh.
Because I have, because I'm within 5, I'm within range, I'm going to do Warding Flare. It says you blind within 30 feet.
That's in reaction to if they succeeded?
No, that's a reaction if they attack.
At all.
I
Okay.
didn't realize you were doing an attack roll.
It is an
Yes.
attack roll, yes.
Blind the light.
That's 22
Yeah,
instead.
Oh, come on.
Still hit.
I tried.
Thank
As
you.
they go, and every time they strike at your hand, you feel this zip of electricity. It's going to be 9 lightning damage.
I love
But-
lightning.
They struck as your hand touched the wall and went through. So it looks as
So
if your
I'm
hand is
gonna-
just kind of swimming in foliage. It doesn't feel like anything. It just
Okay. Well, since we're not on
I'm-
initiative, I'm going to yell out again. Please go away and cast Radiant Word on them all again.
Okay.
This is coming in so handy. So that's going to be 14. If
That's
they-
a con save.
Yeah.
They do not pass it.
All right, so gun in, guys.
All right, I'm coming.
Let's go.
Oh boy, I'm coming
All right.
into the
Okay,
darkness.
coming.
I almost didn't pick Radiant Word, if I'm being honest. I almost didn't.
As you go through here, you immediately are just kind of overwhelmed by just how much of that darkness is back. And don't mind those little squares. I was just indicating for me that that is where the fake hedge was. And you see another path. It's just smoked up with that darkness. But otherwise, nothing seems to be interfering here. And you see another break around the corner.
So as we get into this spot, how many people have taken damage at this point?
I've taken 4 BS damage.
BS.
He did.
I've taken 9.
Okay, you've taken 9. Okay, so everyone that's taken damage, because I can pick up the 6 targets, I'm doing Mass Healing Word, and you're going to heal.
I mean, I've only taken like 3.
Okay, well, you're at max health because you're.
Oh, okay.
I healed. I mean, you have to. If I'm gonna pick 6 targets, why wouldn't I at least pick you?
Fair enough.
All right, so it's 6 to everybody.
Excellent. And well timed, because as you go through that hedge and you're coming through here, nothing is physically stopping you, even that darkness. But you do hear more of that low growling. Some of it turns into that high-pitched hyena laughing, all coming from above you where there's that break in the hedge.
Who's ready to go kill some gnolls?
Mark overcharges himself and goes into a rage, and we're just going right here.
Okay, and I again do shillelagh because I feel like a minute's probably passed.
Love it. Excellent.
I'm also going to Shillelagh.
I wanted to add just real fast, like a physical descriptor of when Mark goes into a rage, like little bits of lightning start like scouring the ground near him, just
Nice.
within like a
Nice.
10-foot radius.
That doesn't hurt his teammates, right?
It does not hurt teammates, no, but it
We're
will
sure.
hurt enemies. Because I forgot to mention to chat that he's also a Storm Herald, so
So you come out, and this darkness it's thick. You can see, but it's essentially dim in this area. It's essentially dim. So what's that? You can see within 20 feet or something?
I could see everything.
that's okay.
You're good. You can see.
I'll light it up.
But you do see these. You see
Deadlier?
these 1, 2. You see these 2 gnolls in front of you. They didn't seem to be paying terribly close attention as our buddy came Leroy Jenkins style into this space. But let's actually
Blowing
go
like a
over here
Tesla
real quick.
coil.
So let's go ahead and let's figure out initiative real quick. You will get we'll do standard initiative, but you will get an advanced attack. Like a not sneak attack, but
Were we
for
able to
charging
get our
in.
Shillelaghs and rages off?
Yes, if you were preparing and then he's gonna run
Why-
in. Yes.
It keeps giving me 2 rolls for initiative.
Do you have advantage on initiative as part of your
don't-
character?
I don't.
I think barbarians.
Oh yeah, no. Oh
do.
yeah, I do.
Right,
See,
that's
roll
a
20
lot.
always knows.
Oh yeah, I have to roll initiative.
Yeah. Let's see. It was
I got a 4.
neural instincts. That's right.
A 4.
Yeah. So I just always have advantage on initiative.
Technically, I rolled a 5, but
Uh-huh.
I'm still laughing at the plus 2.14 for
Oh, yeah.
Ari's initiative.
Willow knows what she's doing.
Oh, your
Oh.
dexterity 20? Yeah, you beat me then.
All right, so we've got Willow. We've got, let's see, Mark. We've got creatures. Then, is it Breezy?
Looks like it.
Okay. Ari. And
What's-
then,
What's Fenris's dex?
I think it already calculated it.
it's an 8.
Oh, okay, then yeah.
The why it says the 4. Never mind, I don't care. It's okay. So Fenris is going first?
No, Ari is.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Then yeah, it already calculated it. Cool. So what you see ahead of you, you see a very large open space. You see a lot of this darkness, these dark wisps, and you see these 2 gnolls, very large. They look unusually large. Their fur, normally like a kind of dirty brown color, is very dark. That pitch black, familiar dark. For those of you who have been Purgers more than a short while, you've seen midnight beasts before. Their eyes, these blood red eyes staring you down as first Mark goes charging in. They were clearly not expecting someone to Leroy Jenkins in here. So
This feels like Kingdom Hearts with all the talk of darkness.
look, they didn't invent evil and dark. Get over it, Disney,
Darkness.
Ubisoft.
It's dark. So I'm going first.
Looks like it.
Okay, can I see both of them?
Do you have any issue with dim lighting or anything like that?
Oh no.
Then you're good.
Okay, well I'm going out to this guy,
Do it.
and I'm gonna attack him twice because I'm a barbarian and we get to do that.
Excellent.
First roll is a 22.
Okay, a 22 will hit.
Beautiful. Roll damage. It is a 10.
Okay,
And then second swing. 28.
Oh
that's
my.
gonna hit.
And second swing. 2 6s, 17 damage.
Woo!
Yeah.
And then on the knoll to the right, I'm going to use as a bonus action my Storm Aura. So it's a Dex DC 17, half damage on success against 2d6.
So you can reach that? That's the range?
Within 10 feet? Is he within 10 feet?
Honestly, 15 feet.
Oh, okay, well then I'm doing it on then the guy that I'm standing next
Just
to.
keep
is
wailing
getting
on him. Do
all the
it.
punishment.
Sorry,
Uh,
buddy. You weren't buddies enough.
Nope. So do you need to roll the Dex save first?
It's a deck save?
Yeah, Dex save 17 DC.
Sounds good. 21.
Wow, okay. Well, he's gonna take half damage then.
Sounds good. How much is that?
7. So 4?
4? Okay. Yeah, you start wailing into this beast as if just seeing a midnight beast again just sparks that fuel in you that reminds you are a purger and this is the mission.
Kind of
All right. To the top of the regular initiative, Willow.
Okay, I'm gonna move. I select.
Oh, you're at the very end of our lineup. Just
She can get through, you guys.
So
It's
hard to
fine.
see the lines.
yeah, I think it's 1,
Yours-
2,
yeah, your
3,
tokens are a little
4.
bit too
You're
big,
about
but
5
yeah.
spaces back. So if you get like right
25,
here, that's 30.
29, 15, 20,
25,
25, 30.
30.
Yeah, 30 will get you here.
I have
Or right
40 with my dread ambusher,
Oh.
so I'm gonna move right there.
Excellent.
And then can I do a bonus action first and then attack?
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
so I'm gonna use a bonus action Hunter's Mark first level. I'll cast it on that second one that's further away from me.
Okay.
I'm assuming I'm within 90 feet.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Okay, and so then I'm going to attack with my bow.
here. Bo's not here.
We just wish Bo was here.
Just
27.
throws bow at them.
Yeet.
27 hits.
He's small enough that
So
Viola
that
could.
is 6, plus the Hunter's Mark 4, so 10.
Okay.
And then with my Dread Ambusher, make one additional weapon attack. So I'm going to hit it again with my bow. 27.
That's going to hit. Dang.
So 8 for that. With the Dread Ambusher, it makes an additional 1d8. And then with the Hunter's Mark, another 4.
Okay, how much total is that?
11 and then 8. So
Okay.
19 on the second attack and 13 on the first attack.
Oof.
These things are gonna be dead before I get to go.
You wish it were that easy.
See,
Sorry,
That's
and then
terrifying.
19 on the second attack.
Yes.
But if I killed some wisps?
What if I crit, Bren?
We'll see.
What
You
if I
gotta
crit 3
first.
times, Bren?
We'll have to see first. Is anything else you'd like to do, Willow?
No.
All right, Mark, are you gonna crit?
Let's find out, shall we?
Let's find out. Let's get it.
Words.
Well, I guess I burned the other gnolls alive, so...
That was
That is
mean.
a 15 to hit.
15 just hits.
Ooh, for 15 damage.
Okay. For which one? The one you're in front of?
Yeah. And then 22, which hits for an additional 11. And then I would like him to make another dex saving throw for 17 DC, please.
If you really wanted that, you could have done Relentless Assault, and you would have had advantage. Isn't that the one? Yep.
Yeah, I could have. I just didn't really feel the need to.
Not yet.
21.
But you're the one that
Wow,
had a
holy
crit.
cow.
They're quick
Oh.
boys.
They are quick boys. Doesn't totally
How
help
much was
you
this-
against.
Sorry, you did.
Yeah, Dex DC 17, half damage on success.
Okay, so what's the damage?
It is
No, half of 10.
I got 10, yeah. So
Okay.
5. So total of 26.
Oops, wrong way.
31 damage, which means I think he's taken approximately 60.
Wait, 31 damage total?
Yeah. It was 15 plus 11, that's 26, and then an additional 5, that's 31.
Oh, sorry, you're hitting first boy. Sorry. So 30,
Yeah.
31 damage.
31.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do? As you come crashing down and lighting this thing with electricity.
I just want to, he just yells in. It's not really a yell so much as it is like just an intensifying crackle of electricity.
Okay. But everyone
and it
hears
just everyone nearby just like feels the hairs on the backs of their necks stand up from the electrical charge in the room.
Excellent. Anything else you'd like to do this turn?
Nope.
All
Just
right.
Cool stuff.
As they seek their revenge, it is the gnolls' turn, and they only really see you, and they come crashing towards you. So they are going to strike.
Aren't you glad you took that healing now?
Yep, the 3 points definitely is going to make a difference.
The first one reaches for its side, where it seemed to be kind of cradling. It seemed to be cradling its side, and then you watch as its claws kind of grip around its own fur and body and flesh, and starts to pull aside what seems to come out appears to be this black spear that is also kind of covered in this fur like it has, that it then wields towards you with both of its hands, and it strikes.
$10 says that's a rib.
That's a 16 for its first strike.
Ooh, just barely hits.
Ah, beautiful. So that's going to be, Womp is going to be 8 slashing damage
Okay.
as it strikes at you. I'm going to write this down so I can stop having to type it every time.
And that was the first creature? Or
That is, yes, that's this guy over here.
Okay, to the other guy, I want to use my reaction to give that other guy a disadvantage.
Oh,
My-
for
attacking. 'Cause he said,
you have a reaction for
Yeah.
if they attacks anyone.
Yeah, it says
Or
anybody
glare.
within 30 feet of me, and I'm within 30 feet of him. So I'm going to do
Okay.
Radiant Flare. So, just...
Is that a dex save for him or something? Just
No,
happens.
it happens.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
For whatever
Excellent. The first one is going to make its next strike.
reason. Okay. For whatever reason, that just Yuha's thing.
Oh,
just
sorry, I
reminds
wrote
me-
the wrong one. I'm sorry.
It just reminds me of Tien's move from Dragon Ball Z, where
Oh.
he just like keeps blinding Cell over and over and over.
That's 22 to hit.
Really, with the
Okay,
disadvantage?
that definitely hits.
Excellent. Oh, no, this is still the first one. You blinded the second one.
Oh,
The first
okay.
one has multiple strikes.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Wow.
Yeah, he's a meanie. He's a
And I
meanie.
take how much damage?
You're going to take an additional 7 damage.
Okay.
This is, if it makes a difference, this is not slashing. This is piercing
Oh wait,
damage.
I have resistance against all
Yeah.
physical damage. So I
all
take half
physical?
of all
Yep,
that.
take half.
So that, hold on. So I've taken 15 damage, so I take 7, I think.
Okay. And
Yeah,
then
oh, correctly?
Yeah, because I think it's rounded down.
Yeah,
Hmm.
barbarians are strong.
this one, I'm gonna roll it twice because it seems like it starts roaring and it seems to have kind of a wild swing as it goes one more time.
Oh my
Oh wait, the
gosh.
first one again?
The first
Third
one.
time.
Mm-hmm. This is a 7, so it's a 15 and an 11. So does an 11 hit?
11 does not hit.
Okay.
Is this still the first one? Because I thought Yuha only blinded the second one.
He did only blind the second one. This one is going for a third strike that just seems really wild, as if it's rolling at disadvantage. Weird.
Weird.
So that last hit does not go. The second gnoll does the same thing. It kind of grabs at its flesh and pulls out this spear and starts striking at you. This one has disadvantage on its... Is it on its first
So it
attack or
says
all of its
when-
attacks?
It says that can be blinded within 30 feet of you that you see. You can use your reaction to oppose disadvantage on the attack roll.
It
That
rolled the
sounds
same
like
thing
one.
twice. So that's a 20 to hit.
I'm sorry, I'm doing my best.
Yeah, 20 definitely hits.
Excellent.
Is that with disadvantage?
Yeah.
That's with disadvantage. It rolled the same thing twice.
Jeez Louise.
All right, that's 13.
So
Okay,
6.
rounded down, which would be 7.
6.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. 14 would be 7, so since it's less than 14, it would be 6. So you're rounding
Oh,
down.
beautiful.
Even better. I'll take it.
Currently received 13 points of damage out of 149.
Oh.
Beautiful.
We're doing okay.
We're okay, guys.
Economy is
We're
looking
okay. It's going to... Okay, never mind. So it's going to do that same strike one more time, and I'll give it the disadvantage if it's just attack rolls. I would like to
Oh,
do
you
this
said it was
twice.
just the attack roll. I thought it was just a single attack.
I don't know. 22 to hit.
Wow, okay, yeah, that also hits.
Okay.
Stop
And
being
this-
so hittable.
I actually forgot to do this. I actually forgot something here. How does he feel about necrotic damage? Because I forgot for all those, and I won't even make you make it up. But how does he feel about necrotic damage?
I think he takes necrotic damage normally.
Okay, so that's 16 plus... I won't make you take the back damage.
16 damage?
It's 16 plus 5 total. So it's 16 regular, the piercing damage,
So that'd be
plus 5
10.
necrotic.
So you're taking 10. so it would
11.
be-
And we're back. On the same page. All right. Those are the gnolls' turns. Breezy.
Awesome.
They've got their focus on the one who came barreling in here.
Started
Cool.
slashing
Well,
the
I'm
crap.
gonna run my way up and into the room.
Excellent.
See, I've got 50 feet of movement, so we're gonna come right up to this one up here.
Excellent.
We're gonna punch him twice.
You're not even gonna sickle him, you're just punching.
Just punch.
It does the same amount of damage, so we're just gonna punch. That's a 28 to hit.
28 hit.
When your punch is as good as a bladed weapon.
6 damage for the first one.
What type of damage is it?
Bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then the
Use-
second one's a nat 20.
Beautiful. Gonna crit it.
So that'll crit for a total of 15 damage.
Okay.
We're gonna flurry of blows it for 2 more punches.
Before you do that, just real quick before you do that, as you are punching it and your strikes you know are hitting true, it still doesn't seem to be sinking as solidly as you'd hope.
Okay, it's good to know.
Mhm.
So that means for this next hit, we're going to be adding our Hand of Harm, which does an extra 1d8 plus 5 necrotic damage.
All right.
So that is 12 bludgeoning damage plus 6 necrotic damage.
So it's the 12 bludgeoning, you said?
Yes.
So as you strike with your fists again, and then you also call upon this additional power, and you feel this darkness around your own palms striking, it almost seems as if it almost enjoyed that last hit.
Okay.
Oh, it heals with necrotic?
It's possible.
You don't notice healing per se. It doesn't seem to be getting better. It's definitely hurting. It's hurting bad.
Cool, 'cause I got one more punch.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
But it does seem that being a midnight beast, the necrotic damage does not seem to be doing you any favors.
Alright. That one also hits, and that is another 13 bludgeoning damage.
Excellent.
If only we had someone who could deal radiant damage.
If only.
Well, I'm going last, guys!
Is there anything else you'd like to do, Breezy?
No, I'm good.
Excellent. Ari?
Okay. I only have 30 feet of movement, but I'm pretty sure I can get to about there.
Okay.
Actually, I think I can get here. I'll hit the other guy. Okay, and I'm going to... Alright, you're going to notice that he no longer looks like you did, because when he cast Shillelagh, he also shapeshifted into a tree monster, basically. He's a Leshy, if you know what that is. Blood red sap and stuff like that. And he's going to bonus action cast Ensnaring Strike. Next time I hit a creature with a weapon attack before the spell ends, stuff happens. Nothing yet. And I'm going to attack it with my Shillelagh. Does a 21 hit?
A 21 will hit.
Ooh, right
Okay.
in the shillelagh.
Right in the Shillelagh.
Dang, right in the shillelagh.
Right in the shoulder.
Okay, do I even need to roll a necrotic? If I can?
After seeing what happened with Breezy, you don't think it would do anything.
Okay. Yeah.
That's 10 bludgeoning?
10 bludgeoning plus my Ensnaring Strike gets lit off. You need to make a Strength 16 saving throw.
Okay. Strength.
As thorny vines come up from the ground and writhe around the creature.
Oh, it's only a 12.
Okay. You take an additional 14 piercing damage.
Okay.
You are now restrained, and you take 46 damage at the start of each of your turns.
Can it
You can use an
counter
action.
the...
You can
Mhm.
use an action to do another strength check.
Okay, so that's...
And
Okay.
for my second attack,
Mm-hmm.
24 to hit, and another 12 damage.
Excellent.
Now that's a lot of damage.
And
It sure
all
is
of it,
taking a lot of damage.
They're still
all of it
running.
is magical damage.
Oh my goodness.
So is that in addition to... 'cause I still see bludgeoning on here. Is that still bludgeoning damage?
It's a magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha,
it's a
gotcha,
shillelagh.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shillelagh counts as magical.
Beautiful.
And the
Breezy,
piercing was magical.
Cover girl.
Okay,
That's my turn.
that's your turn.
Okay,
Excellent.
So I
'Cause,
get a
I'm-
turn?
I
Wait,
have a question
we
for
hope
Juicy.
so. We hope
Juicy,
so.
Are you taller than me now?
I have gained 2 feet, so I went from 6'7" to 8'7".
so yes.
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
that-
So,
I am an
you
inch.
finish you finish striking as this new form, this new bestial but ethereal nature form. And these two creatures are kind of they're thrown by these attacks. These strikes that seem to come from nowhere. They kind of have that same kind of almost mindless look as those initial gnolls you had seen at the beginning of the maze. And then they stop reeling and they stare at all of you. And they let out this awful yell, this awful growl, this roar that just seems to echo through this whole space.
Well, good that we killed some of them. Just throwing it out there, guys.
And all of a sudden you're just surrounded by...
But the trees, they're jumping off the trees.
Why are the trees speaking Gnoll?
because they can, dang it. You see but you do see that pitch black fur on their bodies starts to become these little thorny pins.
I'm glad I'm
And-
not punching.
You watch them just kind of lift their arms as they yell, and these pins just launch from their bodies. I need everyone within 20 feet. So I think that's just the three of you guys up
Okay.
front.
Yeah.
Right? 5, 10, 15. Doesn't quite reach Willow.
Yeah.
I need you all to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Because I get advantage on dex saving throws against effects that I can see.
And plus
Oh, okay.
Plus how much? Oh,
Eleven.
are you rolling for Bree, Bren?
Yes, I can do that.
So I
Mine
imagine you have her
is
character
11.
sheet.
Or
Which
do you have her
probably
character
is-
sheet?
I do not have her character sheet.
I also do not have a character sheet.
No worries. I got you.
I got an 11.
Okay.
So that
With
lot of
advantage?
did me.
15.
Yeah. I have plus
15?
0 on dexterity.
And Ari, how'd you do? So
Okay.
23, a 21, and an 11.
15
15. Where are we getting 15 from?
plus 4.
Yeah, he
From
gives his radiant
Oh,
thing.
so 15, 23, and
And
blah, blah, blah,
25.
whatever. They're way
Oh,
up there.
cool.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So these pins launch, and you guys are able to kind of fend them off or dodge around them, whatever it is. They kind of pierce at your clothing, but they go past. But Mark, they jam into you and are able to just pierce through you. And it's as if as they pierce into your body, they just seem to either they elongate or something, but they manage to pin you in place. You are considered restrained by these piercing needles of dark.
How the heck
And-
does that work?
You are going to
It's pretty
take...
cool. Visually speaking.
It's kind of fun. I was excited about that one. I was so hoping I'd get to do it before they died.
Oh, so they are close to dying.
Well,
What?
At the start of that one Gnoll's turn, they took 46 damage.
What?
Of which...
I don't think it's their turn.
It's not their
again.
turn
This
yet.
is just
Mm-mm.
something that
It's not their
happened.
turn
the
yet.
reaction. Okay.
That's okay. I'm restrained, but they're also restrained.
One of them's
We're just all restrained together.
That's a
oh, you said
lame
4
roll.
d6. I thought you said they all take 46 damage.
I also heard
And I was
46 damage.
like-
I'm like, what? Hold on.
I am the awesome tree.
Is this the point
Did you
where I
just fall
yell,
on top
I'm not
of them?
locked in here with you, you're locked in here with me?
Yes. And the second. All right. They did the thing. So
How much damage do I take?
that's going to be a grand total of 20 necrotic damage
Oh, damn.
Ow,
Straight in the necrotic.
as you are pinned in place by these piercing bits of darkness that just seem to be seeping into your metal.
But
Ow.
I imagine you still look pretty good. Like, no need to intervene.
I still have over 100 hit points, but I have taken almost 50 over the course of one turn, so...
You sound
Fenris,
tiny.
it is your turn.
Alright, so I would like... If I were to move about, like, right here, is that 30 feet from both of them?
From the creatures?
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 30 from the top.
Okay.
one.
Well, I can move here if it's going to be more convenient. I don't know. I want to stay, like, within 30 feet.
Within
This-
30 feet?
Yeah, I want
Yeah, you're within 30 feet.
Oh, okay,
yes.
so I'm good right here?
I thought you were trying to say outside of, like,
No,
yeah.
I want to be within 30 feet. Because
You're within 30 feet. 5,
Cool.
10, 15.
So for my first trick, I'm going to do Channel Divinity.
Okay. Oh, do I have to have a thing for you?
No,
Clerics
no,
get
this...
busted.
So my Channel Divinity is called Gradients of Dawn. So I pull out my holy symbol and I present it. They need to make a Constitution? Yeah, a con saving roll.
Okay.
Otherwise, they are going to take 20 radiant damage.
So both. Okay, I'll just roll for them both.
Yeah. And it's
Okay.
half on a successful save.
That's a nat 20.
Okay.
So half of 20?
Yeah, and it's radiant.
Radiant damage?
Yeah, so if they're weak to radiance.
You launch this light They do not like it at all. In fact,
Wait, so
as
did the
you
other one?
launch-
Did they both save or just the one?
I rolled one roll for both of them.
Oh, well, that seems
That's
kind of cheating.
No, I'm just kidding.
They're two different
that?
things.
I figured that made it easier in case
Well,
if they
no,
failed it,
just-
you wouldn't be complaining.
No, I would be fine too. I just say they
Would
did.
you like me to roll? I can roll individually.
We are not. This is Dungeons and Dragons. We're not interested in saving time now.
It's a dirty 20 for the second one.
Okay, so that's fine. So they both
Earned
take.
it.
They both take 10
10
radiant damage.
Okay.
All right, and then my second trick, because that's not a spell, that's Channel Divinity. I will be casting as a bonus action Spiritual Weapon at level 4, and
Okay.
I'm going to be placing it right here.
Let's give you a thing.
What type of spiritual weapon?
Yeah, what does
So
it
it
look
is
like?
a big old floating shield.
A shield?
Yes.
That's sort
Let's
of
give
a
you
weapon.
a shield. I'm gonna look up a shield real quick and give you one. Look, it's a shield.
Listen, I think I could get away with a lollipop in
Oh.
Critical Role. I think I could get away with a shield.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's legit. Here, have a shield. You want this one? Here, I'll give you this one. Have a shield.
Nice.
Bonk.
Oh, I can't move it yet.
That's okay. I got you.
Wait, what do you mean?
There you go. It's a shield.
Nice. So I'm placing it right there. Now, both of them are still standing up, I'm guessing? None of them have died?
Oh, was that
No,
okay, yeah.
Because I get to
hold
attack
on.
with it too, so I just want to see if one of them's dead. So this one I think primarily has only been attacked by
Yeah.
Willow.
It's the one in front of the one that had struck at Mark in this kind of
Yeah, this one.
last moment attack. It faced that radiant damage, and as you struck at it, you just watched as that darkness just seemed to catch in this radiant fire, and it burned up and sort of became part of just this misty darkness.
Okay, so then I'm attacking this one.
In response to it dying, you just hear.
So that's going to be a 22 to hit. 12 force damage as the shield just slams down on him.
Okay.
I wish I could make better electricity noises, like angry electricity noises.
I approve.
How's that?
All right. Fenris, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, that is all I can do.
Then we are back at the top of the order. Willow.
Okay, Willow is going to shoot some arrows at the guy at the top.
Okay.
14.
14 does not hit.
Okay.
Oh, your hunter's mark.
So
if the creature
I can make another weapon attack as part of the same action if my first attack misses.
Okay, and you put your hunter's mark on that second creature or this one?
Well, she could move it anyway.
Well,
I
that's
believe.
not with my hunter's mark.
No, I just wanted to make sure I had marked the right one because I had gotten them confused
yes,
a couple
the,
times.
the one that's further away is the one
Okay,
that has my
perfect.
hunter's mark. Okay, so this is still considered my first attack. 23.
23 will hit.
So that's 14 damage on the first attack, and then I have
Okay.
an extra attack. 24.
24 will hit.
So 12. 14 and 12.
14 and 12. Excellent.
That's all I'm gonna do.
Perfect. Next up, it's got to make it Mark again, who is restrained currently. So you would have to use an action to break free from these awful pins.
Or you could
That's
just
fine.
endure it 'cause the other creature's right next to you.
Can I attack while I'm restrained?
You have disadvantage on your attacks, but you can still attack.
You could cancel it
You
out
can
with relentless attack, though.
Yeah, we're doing reckless strike.
Yeah,
Reckless.
So now just normal attack rolls.
Yeah.
I guess
Oops,
so.
That's damage. Okay, well that's 16. Nope, 14.
14?
Yeah,
Wait.
does that hit?
Okay, 14 does not hit.
Lane.
What about your second attack? Oh, there.
Wow, that's
Oh my
13.
gosh.
Oh no!
Diminishing
See what happens when you try to
returns.
beat the restraints?
I do.
14 does not
And
hit.
then I'm just gonna do the dex saving throw thing again and zap him with some lightning.
Okay.
Or wow, that's
This
Pretty
one's not
much.
his. This is not his role, guys. This is not his turn.
Well,
What's
good
the
thing he had
save?
that extra turn of just barging in there. So
So it's
I
full.
did.
Oh, it's Dex, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dex save.
I've been dodging it this
Out
whole
of 17. It fails the save, so that's 4.
4 damage.
Woo, 4 damage. On the bright side, because this one's also restrained, right? From Aerie? Is that
Is he
correct?
No.
I thought the dead one was restrained.
Oh,
The
the
dead
devil
one.
was restrained.
Yeah.
Well, then he gets advantage on his attacks against me. That's fine.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Beautiful. This guy. He's
This
unhappy.
guy.
He sure is.
With
Um,
Willow. I mean, with Bree.
With
Or the
Bree,
giant
yeah,
Bree.
Bree was doing all kinds of mean things. He
I
didn't
just
like
slapped him
it.
a little bit.
It's true. But also, Bree's too quick to hit. Bree's too quick to hit, and he also saw the success of his piercing. Oh, I'm sorry. Before we switch, you are still pinned by those things?
I didn't break free of them, so I believe
Correct. Excellent. So that's actually going to be
Oh no.
that's an
I mean-
additional 5 necrotic damage.
What? Unbelievable.
I know, they're monsters. Literally monsters.
5.
It has its spear and it is screaming. It's like right on top of you, just its tongue lolling, just the spit falling on top of you as it's just growling and ready to dig in with its spear. You said it has advantage because you're prone. Not prone, you're restrained.
No, reckless attack.
The reckless attack. Oh no.
Which was really not helpful.
But you had to try. You definitely had to try. The second was a nat 1, so we're gonna go with the 22 to hit.
Okay.
Okay. And then it's going to be...
I mean, I have like 4 rounds that I can get through before he finally gets me down to like 0 because we have the damage that's being output over the
Oh
course.
yeah, because he keeps hitting you with these things, but it is the additional necrotic damage. It was
Yeah.
the... 1d6.
But they were doing 50 before, and so now he can only do probably maximum of 25.
Well, worst case
Which
scenario,
means-
I could cast heal, and that would be an automatic 70 to you.
70, nice.
So I feel still and I still have Undying Rage as well.
Okay,
Plus I have heals.
so it's gonna be the 12 piercing
So 6.
plus an additional necrotic damage.
1 additional necrotic damage?
Yep, it only rolled a 1.
Yes.
Is this necrotic damage spell damage?
It's part of the nature of a midnight beast.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Willow's turn, I think.
One more time.
Oh, another attack roll? Jeez Louise.
Oh, is this one also at advantage because you're still on the ground?
Yeah.
No, I'm not still on the ground. But
I mean,
have-
still,
Yeah, he's
you're still got reckless.
yeah.
I still am reckless.
It's all attacks against him until it's his turn again.
Understood. That's 23 to hit.
Okay, well that hits.
All right, and then we'll just get a little bit more damage there.
Oh.
And
guess-
it's like you hear this as it's striking at you. It almost doesn't care that the damage is not doing all that it should. It's just laughing and mocking. That's 15 from its spear,
So
and then
7,
and then 4 more necrotic.
11. That's okay.
Laughing as it's just jabbing and jabbing, as if it doesn't even care that that your companions are even there. Just seems hyper focused.
I'm okay with that.
It's good thing it was you.
It's better that all that damage goes into something that can resist damage than anything else.
Yeah, it is Breezy. Breezy is very interested in using her sickles to slice at this bad boy. 16 hits. So that's 8
God.
slashing damage. She's like slashing at this thing's back while it's focused on the robot target, on the Warforged target. And I think she wanted to do. She isn't here to do the additional. But imagine she's also striking wildly.
She has 2 attacks.
She does. So where Breezy is striking and slashing at this creature, it would be Ari after her.
Oh, my turn?
Mm-hmm. with
Okay.
just this beast left, and you see between Mark's electricity and pounding on it, and then Breezy punching and slicing her own even attempt with necrotic damage, and now you are also ready to take
Okay.
aim.
With this staff, he kind of just parts the remaining vines that are left over from his last spell and carries them with him, making them grow longer and longer as the bonus action does the spell again and attacks at advantage. Is it flanking or no?
I'm sorry, say again?
Flanking? Are we doing flanking?
I wasn't particularly.
Okay.
I don't think.
Yeah.
Not it.
Yeah,
These
you
are
ha-
extras.
Yeah, you haven't done flanking in our campaign, so I guess
Oh.
from the world,
okay.
from the world itself, flanking.
This
does
world
not
doesn't believe in
exist.
flanking, but it believes in airships.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that was a question asked during session 0.
First attack.
Wow!
Nat 20.
Okay.
baby.
Okay. So,
Make it good.
because this is also a grasping strike, it's actually, is it double the dice or double damage?
Double damage.
So it's 18 more damage from the first attack,
First attack, huh?
because that was a crit.
That was a crit, but also it was a crit. So tell me how you do this thing.
Oh yeah, the vines just wrap all the way around him, completely restraining him, cocooning him because he had the idea from the spider's webs. And it just squeezes, and then blood oozes out.
Excellent. The blood, and it's that dark, that deep, dark, red, black, viscous ooze coming from between these grasping vines. And when they're finally let loose, there is no actual, like, physical body there to fall, but rather just more of that dark, misty energy, this darkness that has taken over this area that becomes part of this dark sense in this place.
The darkness.
The darkest of dark that is dark.
Can I break out of this restraint now?
They fade off of you as the creature
Okay.
dies. And as this happens, you hear this you hear this sound echoing around you that again starts very low and then sort of gets a little bit louder, and you start to recognize it as laughter. And it's not a kind of laughter. It is that same kind of mocking, proud of itself kind of laughter. And you hear a voice saying, "I think that's enough time."
Uh-oh.
And all around you, these hedge maze walls kind of start to shimmer and waver and shake and dissipate. But that darkness kind of still remains. It lightens a little bit, but there is this presence of darkness around you. All about, you can now see very clearly. You can see all around you. The walls all fade away, and you're standing in what seems to be just some sparse treed area, but otherwise it seems to make sense for this plain, this mostly flat land in this area of the kingdom. Everything else is gone. The stones, those burning ember stones, are gone. The other things you hadn't even seen, there's no hedge walls. The fire is gone. The pits are gone. That cage is gone. What you do still see are a couple of things. You see that broken urn. You see that broken urn still there. You see those wrapped up cobweb bodies still there. And you see these patches of the ground that look like they're scorched earth. And these little blackened crystals that are in the ground that are just kind of look like they're poking up from the ground. But you don't see any gnolls. You don't see anybody. You just see this space. As if the whole thing were an illusion of some kind.
Do I have any damage? Like, can I look down and...
You have been damaged. You have been damaged.
Lame.
But you don't see the gnolls kind of became part of this darkness. And if your mission was in fact to find those gnolls, well, you found something. But the strangest thing here appears to be these kind of scorched pieces of the earth and these little black crystals that are just kind of sticking up. So none of these walls are there. If you wanted, you could walk simply to any of these places if you wanted to inspect anything.
Oh, so there's nothing behind the voice? Like we don't see somebody.
You don't
that
see anybody.
orchestrated it?
You don't see anybody.
Is that green fog still around the urn?
It is not.
I want to
Mark,
walk over and inspect the urn.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You go over towards the urn. It appears to just be kind of a broken, it's broken into like 3 pieces. There's some flecks that are in it, but otherwise, if there were ashes or anything, it might just be long lost. It does have some strange little... It looks like it could have been chips in it, or it could be letters you don't understand, but there are some markings on it.
When there was laughter, was there a direction that it came from, or is it just in our head?
It just seemed to be all around you,
Okay.
as if it were part of this illusionary spell.
Mark wants to go see if he can like pull one of the crystals out of the ground to bring back.
Sure. You go grab one. Roll Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
I know you like, though.
Yes.
And then after it, roll a Wisdom saving throw.
That's a 15.
15? Sure. You grab it, and it scorches your hand. It is like trying to put your hand in acid. That's 7 necrotic damage.
Okay.
But otherwise, it doesn't seem to do more than that. It's like an initial burst of pain, and then you're able to hold it. Are you inspecting it closer?
I'm actually holding it.
You are holding it.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, sure. Arcana check, I guess.
Sure. Go ahead, roll.
That's not good. That's 6.
Oh, is it good? It's not good. There's definitely a magical aura about it.
Yeah, okay.
What it is, but
I
it's
could have probably figured that out, but
so can a 6.
Do I remember these crystals from what might have been going on with my home?
They don't look familiar in that way.
Okay.
Can I also grab a crystal?
You may.
Okay.
It's
You
all
can
good.
also
Grab a
make the
crystal.
roll.
What was the roll?
It's a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. And is Ari still near me for that bonus?
If you're picking one up, I'm picking one up.
Okay. Well, I'm also going to
Because
cast
apparently we're all
guidance on
buddies.
myself.
You can both roll, and I guess you both get the bonus.
Alright,
let's
well,
all
I
just
have-
pick one up, I guess.
Let's all just pick them up.
So I
Might
got
as well.
7 plus 4, that would be 11 plus my guidance.
She
is-
gets a nat 20.
So I got 12 total.
On the stupidest rolls.
They seem to be saving your life, though.
So good.
I got a 20 on the stealth roll,
I'm
so
so good at picking up crystals. Okay, sorry, I have to look at what. So it was a 7 plus 4 for your Constitution save. She
Well-
rolled a nat 20 for her con save.
Well, I
He
also
rolled a
had
19.
plus 1, so I had 12 total. So I had guidance on myself.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna do the one roll for you. The others passed the roll. It's 7 necrotic damage, as you also feel this burn to your hand.
Okay, that's halved because I have resistance to necrotic.
I thought you might.
So 7, it becomes a 3.
Okay,
Can I do a nature check on the crystal?
you can.
I would like to do. Is it nature or arcana? I guess it doesn't matter for me.
You can pick one. You'll get
I'm gonna
different
do
information.
I'm
from
gonna
me,
do medicine to see if it has any medicinal purposes.
Oh, smart.
specifically for medicinal purposes.
Are you kidding?
while they're all burning
Plus
themselves on the
4.
crystals,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go pick up the spider victims.
Okay, I got a dirty 20.
Okay.
I forgot I also have guidance, so that's a 17.
What? Okay. I have to catch up on your rolls. So Willow's doing a nature check. So this thing is 100% not normal. It is not natural. It is not even like the stones or crystals you'd find like quartz in a cave or something like that. There is something so disgusting about just holding this thing. It's like an abomination to nature. What else, what it might actually be, where it might come from, and what it does is a little beyond you, though.
But it has
Bow.
medicinal purposes.
Bow?
It says bow, so I keep reading bow. Fenris.
Yes.
I should have made it make a new thing. It does not have any medicinal purposes that you would ever try unless you were trying to murder somebody. This thing gives you all kinds of awful feelings. It is very clearly something that it gives you more of a sense of poison than it would for anything healing wise.
Okay, I put it in my jar.
Okay. And Ari is doing Arcana.
17.
17. Okay. It has a powerful arcane presence. It emanates this dark magic. It feels you have a particular sense for, no, you're
I can send. Sure, I'll pop a divine sense.
that's for what types of creatures, or what does it do?
Fiends, undead. Let me try to find it. Hold on.
Because it itself is not a creature.
No,
It's
but
just
it
a
also,
crystal,
if
but-
it's detect good and evil, sense anything altered by the hollow spell, or know the location of celestial fiend or undead.
Okay.
So if it's affected by the hollow
There
spell.
is it itself feels like you are holding this hardened piece of darkness. Like if you're searching evil, this thing in its core, what it is for darkness.
Cool.
And you're
So we
seeing
have-
these things that are just sitting in the ground as if they grew from there even.
So what you're saying is that we have to find the Keyblade and open Kingdom Hearts.
Yes. But first you need to complete your mission, your assignment, which is to report to your captain.
Yeah. I've got the 2 bodies.
You just hoisted those bodies up?
Yep.
Excellent.
Might as well
Beautiful.
try and figure out who they were.
Excellent. You
Back at camp.
okay. You hoist the bodies. You guys have those crystals. Is there anything else you'd like to
Can
do here?
I
Mhm.
go back to the urn and because you said it was kind of broken, can I just like write down whatever, like put it back together as well as I can and write down whatever the potential lettering was that I saw?
You can give me to see how well you can
Why don't we just
kind of
pack
copy.
it up? Why don't we just pack up the urn?
Do you want to take it with you? So
Well, I can try this first.
I don't have to touch
Well, I
the
got
icky
so much
urn.
space. It
It's
could
icky.
be like somebody's final resting place. I don't want to disturb it.
It's
Have you
fine. It's
considered
fine. I'll
eating
bless
it?
it. I'll bless it. It's fine.
No, I definitely haven't considered that.
Give me a sleight of hand check. How well you're able to kind of mimic this writing, if that's what you'd like to do.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, you're trying to fit it together and see, and you even like trying to trace over it, and it's moving, and it's very difficult to try and recreate these strange marks and cracks in it.
Okay, so I just pick it all up and take it with us.
In fact, you broke it in an additional place, like when you were
Yeah.
trying. Is there anything else you want to take from here?
Nope.
All right.
Those were the only things we saw, right? Was the urn, the spider bodies, and the crystals, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many crystals is still left?
Quite a few that just seem to be sprouting out of the ground. They're kind of in these clusters
Okay,
We're grabbing them all.
I'll grab a
around
few
this
more.
kind of scorched earth.
I'll grab a few more.
Okay.
Do you want me to make checks or not really? At this
You're
point?
taking some
Well-
damage, but you'll have time to heal.
Okay.
If we were
Aren't you
continuing.
resistant, like-
Mhm.
I was gonna say, aren't you resistant to necrotic damage
Yeah,
anyway?
that's how I was grabbing them.
He's like, it's okay, I got ow! It's okay, I got ow! So you take what remains from this strange, no longer in place illusionary space that didn't seem to get you anywhere. You had fought off a couple of gnolls and murdered a couple of other ones, but you recall that you were looking for a pack of them. There were some here. Maybe you missed a few somewhere. Maybe they scattered before you could get there. You're not sure. But as you return to where your contact had met you in that village, you have another day of rest, of healing, of pondering over these crystals, pondering over what you had seen.
Okay, I'm taking a long rest then.
A long rest is fine. You're back in sentry mode.
I'm doing a long rest.
What does that mean? You're completely shut down?
Yeah. Well, not completely, because that would imply that he needs someone to turn him back on. But
Oh, that's fair. But you're not like observing.
no.
Okay.
I'm gonna take an hour and 10 minutes to get my bird.
I want my bird back. What's the
Bird.
bird doing?
That's just chilling.
Is
Bird
it
up.
watching? Are you on?
Um,
Are you guys
Yeah, I
doing
forgot
like?
about the Birdo murder.
Are you guys all sleeping? Are you guys doing like posts?
Yeah, we'll
Keep an
probably
eye
do
out.
post.
Okay. Everyone, give me one more perception check.
Oh my gosh.
What kind of roll was that? I got 11.
I got 14.
I rolled 2 nat
So much for you
ones in a
being our
row.
sentry.
I mean, you are like tired. It's been a long day. You're chasing friggin' gnolls.
Wait, am
you
I
know?
Oh,
What's that additional roll? Oh, that was your perception. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you didn't roll yet. You're rolling at advantage?
Because I can use my burb.
For what? Okay, you just have the bird out.
Yeah,
You just
well,
cast it and
they
it just
could
hangs
do a
out.
helping action.
Okay.
You can use that out, yeah. Plus he's got dark vision, I don't.
That's fair. Okay. Cool. You wake up in the morning, get ready to head out, and it's only after you've woken up and Mark starts to gather those two bodies that only one of those bodies is there.
Mm-hmm.
And you continue on your way. And before you even get very far, you see smoke rising in the distance in the direction of the village that you are going to meet. And as you get there, you see there aren't even alarm bells going off. When you arrive, there's barely anything to arrive back to. It is a raised village. There's just broken remains, burning remains. The village of Mossbridge, where you had met, is no more.
Those bastards.
And there's nobody even there, like creature-wise? Nothing's there, still scouring.
You
Well-
could probably find some gnoll tracks,
I'm sure there's corpses.
some corpses. You can easily spot. You see little, in that front area, some toys, some children, a lost pan flute.
I want to rage.
You're welcome to rage. That was the hope.
I'm gonna pop spare the dying on everybody I see, just in case.
Oh yeah, wait, I have a Revivify. Where's the contact that we had? Oh wait, no, that has a window, doesn't it?
And the contact is not there to meet you.
The contact was the lie.
Did you give us another betrayal?
What? Me? No.
You
That's
did.
terrible. Why would I do
Very
that?
first one shot with you, you betrayed me.
Though, actually, I guess it wouldn't make that much sense because the guy that summoned us could have just not summoned us if he was the evil one. Because
The guy that summoned us was a turtle. And
No.
he wasn't the one here.
No, I guess
Yeah,
it's
the guy
true.
that met us was human.
Mhm.
I guess
Should have
it's
Was-
just
did
stabbed
the-
him, honestly.
Can I do a insight check
On
Yeah.
whom?
to see if I recognize the voice from
Oh, actually, I want to try something. No. Hear me out.
Extracurricular roles.
Hear me out. I want to do divine intervention for the lives that were lost here.
You have 2 minutes to decide whatever it is you'd like to do.
Well, this is what I
divine
want to do.
intervention
It says,
in this
as
instance?
an action, you can request your deity's aid and roll a percentile die. If your roll is equal to or less than 12, your deity intervenes. Your DM chooses the nature of the intervention. If successful, you can use this feature. You can't use this feature again for 7 days. Otherwise, you can use it again after a long rest. What is a percentile die? Is that just a D20?
It's a D10. It's 2D. It's a D10 and then the percentile with it. So you roll. It's from 0 to 100.
Oh, is it the D100s?
You're essentially rolling
it together.
Yeah, it's the 2
Okay.
D10s, but one is like a percentile die. But
Okay,
it's,
so
yeah.
I'm gonna try to do this to try and like save lives. All right, come on.
It's
What
nice
is the
when you have a god on
percentage?
speed dial.
No,
What?
22.
No.
Is it a
No.
one?
No, I need it to be under a 12.
Under
Under
20.
12.
Yeah.
Under 12?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
under
goodness
12.
gracious.
So basically, what it is every single as you level up, the number increases because it's supposed to be hard to achieve. Once you hit level 20, it's an automatic success.
Right.
Gotcha.
But
So you
in
just
the
get once a week, you get to just call on your god and be like,
Well,
hey, bruh.
well, it's only if it's oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, at level 20, you could just do it once a week and be like, yo, fix this up. Dang it.
We screwed up, man. Can you got me, bruh? I got you, bruh.
I guess I could just stay here and keep doing it
can.
until it
Right?
succeeds.
You've got places to be. You're Purgers.
well,
you
I
do
mean-
have things to report, so you've got that much going.
Can I give it one more day and try it after a long rest? As we like gather things, I just want to give it one more try after a long rest.
We'll see what happens if we come back to these guys in another one shot. We'll see if you got lucky. But that all being said, though, say goodbye to all the nice people
Bye, chat.
who were hanging out with
I
us,
wouldn't
and
have
I
gotten
appreciate
lucky.
it tremendously. And here we go. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us at the table. I'd like to have a big welcome to our new followers and our raiders, everyone who is so kind to join us. We're glad you're coming along for the ride. All of our subscribers, those who donate, thank you for funding these adventures. It's very kind of you. We never want to run out of our healing potions. Clearly, at some point we're going to need it, just not the robot. And to make sure you never miss a moment, be sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel at Tales from the Catacomb, where all of our sessions are saved for posterity. And lastly, a particularly huge thank you to my players for this one shot, some of whom you know from our main campaign. David, who tonight was playing Fenris, and he streams here on Twitch under You Hate to See It. We had Catherine, who tonight was playing Breezy, and she dabbles in her various geek circles on Twitter and Instagram under A Catholic Geek. We had Cassie, who tonight was playing Willow. She can be found on Instagram under Coffee, Koffeeh. We had the Big Juicy, who was playing Ari, our fantastic druid. Druid Paladin. I obviously knew that. You guys couldn't hear him correcting me because I have the desktop muted. And you're also not going to hear as he responds to, Juicy, where can they find you? If you'd like them to find you, and if not, that's okay.
Twitch, I stream at the Big Juicy 89.
On Twitch, he streamed at the Big Juicy 89. And last and certainly not least, we have MapHack, who is playing Mark 13, a very cleverly named Warforged. He's fantastic. Who also streams here on Twitch under MapHack EXE, but he's not on other social media, so don't try to find him there. Just come back here and love on him here.
You'll never find me.
He said you'll never find him because they're still muted. I am Brenna. I am your storyteller for this adventure, and we will see you back here next time. Safe travels until we meet again.